welcome to Brackenfell Rugby Day. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're about to kick off the first game of what is expected to be a fantastic day of rugby. It's Brackenfell under 15As up against Strand under 15As. And as you can probably hear, the wind is starting to pick up slightly, although the weather is playing along perfectly, and we're in for a dry day down here in Brackenfell. So Brackenfell under 15s up against Strand under 15s, about to kick off. The school is taking to the field. It looks like the boys are going to get a bit of a chant as they run into the field, and already home ground advantage looks to be playing be a factor in this afternoon's fixture. So both teams getting through their formalities before kickoff. The wind, without a doubt, is going to play a role, so I think teams, the toss will definitely play a role. Let's just quickly run through the Brackenfell under 15 side very quickly. The number 1, 2, and 3 is Hein, Libby, and Quebec, sorry. While the lock pair is Swart and Potgieter, while the loose trio is made up of Simama, Christians, and Detoy. The 9-10 combination, which will play a crucial role this afternoon, is Kreno, Carlse, and then the wingers for this afternoon is Betsu and Bomela, while the center combination is made up of Jay van Wyk and C de Jong. While in the 15 jersey this afternoon, it's N. Killian. Amongst the substitutes, very quickly, the number 16, wearing number 16 jersey is De Vet. Number 17 is Marais, Wolf, Schlope, Goliath, Mart, Davids, and Fredericks make up the 18 to 23 amongst the bench for the Brackenfell under 15 side. Well, just quickly looking at the opposition for this afternoon, let's quickly run through their starting 15. If it can come up on the screen for me very quickly, there we go. The Strand under 15s is made up of C. Dreyer, C. Prinsloo, and M. van Bulen in the front row, while the lock pairing will be C. Els and D. Barnard. Well, it seems that the loose trio is made up of D. Barnard, A. Levis, N. Adams, and the number 9 and 10 combination, as I already mentioned, is going to play a crucial role this afternoon. Is made up of A. Mitchell and J. Phillips, while the wingers is N. Marshall and K. Stain, while the center combination is B. Brown and Al Hendricks, and then wearing the number 15 jersey for Strand under 15A this afternoon is going to be C. Reading. Lose the bench very quickly. Name is K. Joseph, J. Taylor, K. Links, wearing the number 18 jersey, sorry, while the number 19 jersey will be worn by K. Kutsia, and then J. Arnolds will wear number 20, J. Mankis number 21, D. Johannes 22, and the number 23, will be M. Smith. So Strand under 15As up against Brackenfell under 15A to kick off what is expected to be an extremely exciting afternoon of rugby down here in Brackenfell. As mentioned, both teams saying their prayers and getting through their formalities before they run into the field. It seems Brackenfell have the rest of the school creating a little bit of a tunnel for them as they run into the field. Without a doubt, wanting to lay down that marker nice and early, that home ground advantage is going to play a role. Line, as mentioned already, I think with the wind slightly blowing from right to left, I'd say it may play a role nice and early on. Both teams look extremely psyched up and raring to go, so we'll keep a close eye on this fixture. Brackenfell about to take to the field. As the chants begin and teams get themselves nicely psyched up.
Good afternoon, Morgan. What a windy, blustery day we got ahead of us here.
I am joined in the commentary box. I don't know how he wants to be introduced.
No, I
but
don't want to be introduced. What a wonderful opportunity for the boys to get the boots on and play after what's been a difficult 2 years for them.
Yeah, no, rugby for 2 years has been tough without a doubt, but no doubt come kickoff, you definitely won't see any of those cobwebs.
Playing from right to left.
As Rowan mentioned, Brackenfell will be playing from right to left. Kicking off. Kickoff goes nice and shallow. Unfortunately, just knocked back. Referee says play on. Ball goes to ground. Brackenfell playing with slight breeze at their backs, and I expect them to try and use as much of this to their advantage as possible. Nice strong carry up. One off runner of 9. Plays nice and deep into the pocket. Some fantastic feet, but met with some fantastic defense as well. Counter-rucking here from Brackenfell. Strand maintained possession. Kicked off the base. Straight into the 15's hands, who carries quite strongly up the middle of the field. Offloads in the tackle also extremely well. Referee deems forward pass. And our first stoppage of the afternoon is a scrum to Strand under 15As, playing from left to right.
Bit of a helter-skelter start there, Morgan. I think a lot of the earlier games that we have seen on the past weeks, you can see everyone's a little bit rusty, and I think handling, etc., will get a lot better as the season progresses. So hopefully as this game goes on, we'll see better handling. But you certainly cannot fault the guys for they look quite hungry, tenacious.
Yeah, the enthusiasm is always under 15. The enthusiasm is always there. Sometimes maybe gets the better of players, but without a doubt, nice and frantic start. Every player wanting to get his hands on the balls nice and early. Referee giving them a good chat before the scrum, hoping to not have too many reset scrums this afternoon. So as mentioned, Strand under 15As feeding the scrum, playing from left to right on your screens. Nice solid scrum there. Great pass from the base. Fly takes it nice and flat to the line and then puts it on the boot with some good cover defense coming across. And play is now taken up to the halfway line. It'll be a line out to Strand, which is taken quickly. Lots of space. Brackenfell caught on the back foot slightly, fast asleep. Nice and strong carry up the midfield, but it seems the referee has blown his whistle. I'm not too sure.
It's been called a forward pass. We're pretty much sitting almost on the line. Anyway, he's got the whistle. He's in charge.
He is indeed. So forward pass there from Strand on their counter-attack. Now means that Brackenfell have a feet to the scrum.
Now for the viewers as well, I think it's important to note that neither side has an advantage with the wind. It's pretty much coming straight behind our backs, over the number 9 scrum half's back as well. So certainly not from left to right as one would think. So I think that's probably the better of the ones one could have, is when it's fair for both teams.
Nice strong scrum here by Strand. Ball is turned over, a bit of a tight head in the scrum. Hits the line, so strong. But unfortunately just loses the ball in contact. Is Strand United all playing without numbers, so it is very difficult to see who is who across the park. But nonetheless, Brackenfell now carry nice and strong up to the middle of the field. Passes back. Flav decides, let's get some field position. Puts it on the boot. A fantastic kick which takes ball up to the 22, but it stays in field. Nice, strong run down the left-hand side of the field. Caught with a fantastic ankle tap from Brackenfell, which takes play up to just inside the Strand under 15A half.
The Strand side, the little bit that's been on show so far, this back line looks electric. If you have a look, I think it's one of the centres there. He's a big lad for under 15. Can't wait for him to get his hands on the ball.
Yeah, without a doubt, the Strand under 15 side definitely hungry for ball in hand. Looks like there's plenty of steppers across the park, so if the forwards can lay it, he seems extremely happy with that 5-pointer.
Looked like a great try from here, Morgan. How are you?
How's it, Shaw? I'm so good, thank you. I'm now joined by the real member. Sorry, Johan, I'm saying Shaw. I'm now joined by the real member of this commentary box. Rowan was a bit of a stand-in.
Let me tell you, this festival is so fantastic that they decided to have traffic anywhere in the nearest 10 kilometers. The rugby's looking so good. Everyone's trying to get here, and I don't blame them for 1 second.
Yeah, no, Johan, you just caught the fantastic try by Strand United. But quick update on how the game has gone so far. Strand United have shown that their backline really wants ball in hand. They've been really effective with ball in hand as well. Whilst Brackenfell shown some really impressive, strong defense, but will need to get their hands on the ball as they, as you can see, unfortunately, kick doesn't go over, so 5-0 in favor of Strand United. Playing from, well, Strand under 15A is playing from left to right on your screens.
What a lovely day we've got here. Brackenfell always playing hosts to this annual tournament. Really fantastic time for the guys to get out and get their season underway. And it's a lovely day. It's hot all over the Cape, and it's a strong breeze blowing on your screens from right to left. And just as Brackenfell gets set here to get us underway on the try, after the try, lovely high restart there. Contestable kick for Strand. Looks like they've just spilled it forward. So that's going to be a knock-on advantage to Brackenfell with a little bit of less kicking. And definitely interested to see how the game develops here. We're going to go for the reset. I'm sure these guys are looking to pack down some scrums. It will be new for them, the scrum format, as they've progressed post-COVID from primary school scrummaging laws to high school scrummaging. You have a little bit more impact there on the crouch bind and the set there in picture. Brackenfell with the feed here, ball in. It's a massive shove from them. Is it going to come out? The ref's going to call the reset there. Usually, ladies and gents, the rule is if the ball is out and available, but the scrum goes down, the referee is still allowed to allow play to continue. But if that ball gets trapped in there, he is going to call it back and ask for us to pack another 8-on-8.
Strand have dominated this scrum time so far. And this is scrum number 3, if my memory serves me correct. And Strand got a tight head already this afternoon, so Brackenfell will be looking to steady up that 8v8 scrum.
Ball in there from Brackenfell. They're going to be able to get it out, and penalty going the way of Strand. Looks like it's just going to be collapsing on the far side against Strand. That's going to give them a penalty. Nice position to kick from for touch. The wind's just going to gently guide that ball out to the left touch line. Near the grandstand, good kick there. And now Strand in the opposition half for their line out. Good part of the field to start launching an attack, setting some good phases together. And we hope to see some expansive play from Strand. Regardless of the wind, we'd love to see some more ball in hand here.
Yeah, good luck this afternoon. You had, unfortunately, Strand playing with no numbers. So you're in for a bit of a a guessing game.
Oh, it's a good ball from Strand, unfortunately not going to hand. Ball's been flung out to the back for Brackenfell. Stepping in, stepping out, looks like fly half. Miguel set up the ball there now. Carrying it is Taite Jackin Gebekuma. And he's just brought down there, so we're going to get back with the referee. We're going to go back for the first knock-on where the team's from Strand off of the line out. I was impressed. They had actually a really good jump in front. They got nice and high, good height off that ball. Unfortunately, just not getting it to the jumper's hands. You always know the line out coach is going to say if you can touch it, you can catch it.
You're correct.
Also great to see from the reffing side that we have a female on the far touch side of the grandstand side, near side to us. Great to see women getting more involved in the game of rugby. Solid shove there from Brackenfell. Ball out to fly off. It's a bouncer. Cross kick there. How will this hold up in the wind? Awkward bounce there for Strand, but well fielded at the back. Time for some counter opportunity, and round the outside goes Strand. Drawing past. The wind's going to take it. Just out of reach of the wing there. That was a lovely opportunity for Strand. We just want to see them get some more time on that ball. Lovely little step to the outside there. Good footwork. Strand really showing ability to carry with the ball in hand. Just need to see them keep it for some more phases.
Yeah, Johan, I couldn't agree with you more. I think Brackenfell too easily going to the boot in these conditions. I think holding onto the ball and trying to just build some phases and build some momentum is probably what is required right now.
And there goes flanker Enzo Christians with the ball. He carries it forward, winning meters for Brackenfell. Ball out there again from Crane now. The scrum out for Brackenfell. Can Brackenfell hold on to the ball here? Looks like it's been knocked on. That's going to give Strand the ball just outside the opposition 22. They've gone to the blind side. Oh, and it's been intercepted. Brackenfell getting away with the ball in space. And just as all good things must come to an end, the referees brought us back for a knock-on. Boy, was I excited to see that race.
I almost thought the referee was going to say advantage over there, but unfortunately for the number 11 from Brackenfell, referee brings it back, scrum down.
Looks like Lutle Henshu. There's plenty of space for that race to happen, which would have been great.
Much better scrum there from Brackenfell this time.
Not quite going to hand there for Strand. Counter shove from Brackenfell. Will they stay on their feet? Nope. Looks like they've just dived off there at the breakdown. Lovely counter ruck there. And just brought to a halt there for not keeping their weight, keeping themselves up at the breakdown. So Strand here going to try kick to touch. And that is a wonderful kick with the wind. Beautifully pinned in the corner. Looks like it's about 8 meters, 10 meters out from opposition try line. Strand here haven't had a great last two lineouts. Looks like the front option is still the safest, which means Brackenfell know exactly where they're going to want to, where they'll need to compete this front ball. The middle ball and the back ball just becoming ever so more difficult as the wind picks up. Want to go for a safe option here. Looks like a bit of confusion. Ball thrown in. And just coming off for Strand hands, so knocking advantage for Brackenfell. Passing out wide now off the boot. Ball's hung out to dry. High kick, well fielded by Strand. There's opportunity for a counter attack here. And that's a great spot tackle coming from Brackenfell. Ball out to the left now. Here comes Strand down the left side. Drawn pass and the 1-2. Is he in the corner? Oh, and that's great cover defense from Brackenfell. Just getting that defend in the corner, and they've got him out there, but looks like it was a high tackle. Referee's given the mark. Some great counter play there from Strand. Always good to see a team that can go from attack to defense, and that's a bit of quick thinking for you. He's seen a gap. He's done a fantastic quick tap there, and Strand are in over the whitewash.
Yeah, this Strand side once again showing how dangerous this backline can be. Really crisp passing in the backline, which put them into a fantastic position, but also met with some very good Brackenfell defense. And then unfortunately when the referee gave the penalty, Brackenfell just found fast asleep, and scrum off of Strand. I think it's Ashton Mitchell wide awake to take the quick tap and score a fantastic try in the corner. There we see the bench of Strand, all wanting to at least get onto the field at some point this afternoon.
I'm sure the gents are itching to get some game time, especially on a Friday. I mean, how awesome is that these kids can finish school and go play rugby with their mates?
Definitely didn't happen in our day, Johan.
No, we definitely got Saturday 7:30 fixtures barefoot at this age. So kick there looked pretty accurate. Unfortunately, not just having the distance to carry, wind also just bringing it slightly down, just short of the uprights. But the direction looked great.
There we see the replay. Ashton Mitchell just catching everybody off guard as Brackenfell fast asleep. He taps and he scores, and great try in the corner.
I think teams are always going to feel hard done by those tries. You're not ready. It kind of feels like a bit of a low blow. But hey, fair is fair. If the referee's given the mark and you aren't ready, by all means, it's fair play. So Brackenfell, again, they're going to give us the restart here. Wind blowing across the field, making the kicking game ever so more difficult. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more ball to hand here. Brackenfell look like they're going to be putting this on their right side of the field to Strand's left. And fly half, Miguel Carlser getting us underway with a deep restart. It's a good tactic variation to have, but that means you need to defend the counter-attack. Here comes Strand, that's a strong run. They've put in numbers at the breakdown, they're committing to the counter-ruck. Will they get reward for their risk? And yes, they will. And it's going to come the way of a penalty there from Strand, being conceded for hands in the ruck. That's going to give Brackenfell prime property on the field with the penalty in the middle, just outside their opposition 22. Busy
Bit of a
deciding between
discussion
the...
there, yes.
Looks like a little huddle if we're going to go for the tap or the scrum or the line-out. But looks like we're shaping up here for what might be a tap and go. And we're on. Ball's being given to this race. That's a lovely pick-up on the turnover. Brackenfell not keeping ball in hand. Loose ball on the deck. And that's a wonderful, wonderful way to take that opportunity and convert it to points for Strand.
Yeah, fantastic opportunity.
Strand still have it going on the blind side now. Pick and go. And there goes Strand again. And it's been the story of the game. Strand spotting space and having the legs and the speed to get there. That's wonderful work from scrum half from Strand. And that's lovely play at this level for any scrum half. To be able to identify space, see the pillars on set, being able to pick up and get straight under the sticks.
Yeah, they say this kick is only as good as it's chasing. Without a doubt, there a fantastic chase there from the Strand under 15A side.
Rightly so, Morgan. And these two teams slowly starting to look worlds apart here. That's excellent play from the Strand scrum half. It's the second time now he's seen an opportunity and taken it, and it's rewarded his team very well. And that's a much better strike from the Strand fly half, and that's going to give them an even larger lead here before half-time. It's a one-sided affair at the moment. I'm sure Brackenfell are going to need to regroup here and try to get back, and there we see on the replay, it's open ground, hunting season for Strand scrum half. And he's going to enjoy every bit of that moment. Strand with a slow walk back to the kickoff. Can already tell here by the body language, Morgan. These gents seem defeated, but hopefully they can pick it up. And what would your halftime message be to these youngsters, Morgan?
Yeah, look, it can be a long afternoon now, you know, if they don't regroup and really try and put points on the board nice and early in the second half. They've still got opportunity, there still is kick to come now. So we're still in the first half, and I think the reality is try and get some points on the board nice and early on now. Regroup, be defensively sound, and just go back to basics. You know, it's the old cliche of sticking to the basics, what has worked for them in the opening couple of minutes, and hopefully reap the rewards thereof.
Completely agree. And there we see that pick and go. Good boot down the end. Brackenfell's there, and they're going to try and boot it right back, but it's already caught by Strand. Looks like they'll have the advantage. Brackenfell player might have been offside there before the kick. So Strand again with ball in hand. They're very quick to commit numbers to the ruck, so they'll keep their ball for a second phase here. Wide ball for the forwards, a short little tip, and straightening now is Strand. Winning meters, looking for support, almost intercepted. Here comes Strand down the right wing. Someone's got to take care of the ball, and here comes Strand trying to hand off, looking for the inside offload. Still working forward now, Strand going strong. Still numbers in the breakdown. And that's going to be a penalty to Strand. Some Brackenfell hands there in the breakdown. That's given them prime property here in opposition 22. Looks like it will be the tap and go. Strand staying direct. The line-out's been risky with the wind, so they're going for the low-risk option here. As that in a correction, looks like they might actually go for that line-out. Good kick there. So just 10 meters out now. Strand have the throw into the line out. And Morgan, I wonder what their tactic is going into this line out. The middle ball and back ball are so tricky in these conditions.
Yeah, without a doubt, Brackenfell got to contest that 2-ball, but I think Strand may also just want to make this in and out as quickly as possible, unless they're trying to set up a driving formation here.
There's a bit of a mock there from the hooker. He'll be frustrated with that. That's an untimely error for Strand. It's going to give Brackenfell a free kick. So they'll have the option here for the tap, a punt, a scrum. You can also retake a line out if you like. Looks like they're going to punt this down. They've tapped it so they can play. Good pass there from Brackenfell, now getting into some attacking shape, kicked away downfield, nobody back there. How is it going to set up for Brackenfell? Collected by Strand, now on the counter attack they go. Great cover tackle from Brackenfell. Strand now still holding on to the ball. It's not out yet. That's going to be a penalty against Brackenfell for the side entry. Looks like tight head prop. Jacken just entering the ruck there from the side. Ball over the top from Strand. It's caught. And here comes the hooker from Strand. Ball out to the left now. Here's some chance for Strand. They've done well to keep it through the phases. They're working well left and right, really using the width of the pitch. And time after time, Morgan, we're seeing Brackenfell conceding so many penalties. They're going to be kicking themselves on their penalty count after this game.
Yeah, Brackenfell need to just get their hands on the ball and control possession for the next couple of minutes. I think Strand have been relentless on attack, and we've seen how dangerous they are with ball in hand, and the only way is to deprive them of that ball, starve them of that ball, make them make some tackles, and that way try and get themselves back in the game.
And again, line out here for Strand. Hopefully they can get this ball in and that the hooker can find his jumper. It has been quite a difficult one. They've been reluctant to go for middle and back ball, so mostly front ball. And Brackenfell know exactly that, so they're always going to compete on that front ball. Well, it looks like the move worked and ball not going to hand, but it's bounced in their favor. So Strand here with the ball now. Oh, that's a lovely pick and go. Great leg drive from Strand. And unfortunately, it's been turned over. So Brackenfell now running it out of their own 22. It's risky. Strand with a massive counter attack here. And they've managed to turn that over. Brackenfell not going to want to turn that ball over there. Here's Strand now coming direct. Pop over the top, collected. Strand now building up really well in the 22. Pick and go left side for Strand, driving forward now. Scrum half setting there to pick and go again. Will he get through? Just short of the line. It's been working really well for Brackenfell in the first half. Diving and going over is Strand. Lovely pick on the side. Spotting Brackenfell's pillars weren't set. And that's a lovely way to get over for Strand. Really well spotted there on the fringes of the breakdown.
Yeah, really tough times here for this Brackenfell side. Definitely didn't want to concede so close to half-time. But unfortunately, Strand under 15 is just too strong so close to the line. And full value, I'd say, Johan, for their 29-0 lead with a kick to come at half-time.
I'd say so, Morgan. Plenty points here in Strand's favor. Brackenfell gonna need to pull tight at half-time and really address penalty count, especially at the breakdown. And there's the half. Strand under 15A lead 29-0, 31-0, excuse me. And Brackenfell still scoreless in this half, or in this game. We'll definitely look for them to fire up for the second half. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back shortly.
Rugby and Carling Black Label on Supersport, your world of champions.
The enigmatic, charismatic superstar of athletics.
I got the fire in my belly. I got the fire in my soul. I can stop fear, now I'm ready. Ready to win and control.
been into a slight headwind.
And welcome back here to the Brackenfell Hoërskool Rugby Day. Have the first game of the day here at Brackenfell. Under 15As for Strand 15As, which has been a one-sided affair so far. Strand proving too powerful and too fast. Really getting around the fringe as well, spotting space, identifying it, and really capitalizing on opportunities, Morgan. What's your take on the first half here?
Yeah, without a doubt, I think Strand under 15A is showing how dangerous they can be with ball in hand. And I think the wind may play a small role in the second half. But this pack of the Strand side really laid down a gauntlet in the beginning. His scrum has been solid. And there's heaps of talent amongst the Strand under 15 backline as well. So it'll be interesting to see whether Brackenfell can bounce back in the second half. Without a doubt, they need to score first if they want to get back into it. But at 31-0, I think playing for pride and playing for their teammates is of utmost importance.
Rightly so, Morgan, and looks like Brackenfell there just pulling tight. Let's hope they can really fire out the beginning of this second half. Let's see what the coach has to say there. And definitely the coach and the captain here of the Brackenfell really trying to pull the troops together and hopefully improve from what was the first half. Trying to inspire the troops. Let's see what Brackenfell and 15A can bring out against the strong Strand and the 15A side. Hopefully Brackenfell can bring something out of the woodwork here. And after this, we'll bump up an age group. We'll stay with the 8 teams. It'll be Brackenfell and the 16A versus Strand and the 16A. Should be very interesting to see the gap between the age groups to see if that is to a one-sided affair or more evenly matched. So on your screens now, going from right to left with the kickoff is Strand in the green and maroon, and Brackenfell on the left side of your screen receiving the kickoff. Wind blowing strongly now from the right to the left, really being a big factor in this game, making kicking difficult, counter-attacks tough, fielding the high balls tricky, trying to exit the line out. It's made it tough for the boys, but they've managed pretty well. It's a lovely restart there from Strand, trying to find space. Running onto it is the big prop from Brackenfell. That's a great catch for him and carry up the field. Brackenfell now already looking much better with ball in hand, looking after it. Good offload there, stepping back inside now. Brackenfell with ball in hand. Penalty going the way of Brackenfell. Strand diving over the ruck. Quick tap there, taken from Brackenfell. It's on the right, if they can get it there. Beating defenders now, going through his Brackenfell center. He's looking for support. Floats it over the top to the fullback, Killian. Offloaded inside the wings, just being ushered out to touch. Manages to get the basketball pass away there. And Strand is working so hard to bring that player into touch, and they've done just that. That's great defense from Strand. But a completely different game for the first minute there from Brackenfell, Morgan. That was so much better for them.
Yeah, that's the start they wanted, Johan. Much bigger, much better intensity, much better attitude with ball in hand, and showing some real intent. So fantastic start. Let's see if they can keep it up for the next 20 odd minutes, Johan.
Hopefully so. And Strand busy reversing on their next line out. Hasn't been a very successful part of this game so far for either side.
In these conditions, the poor hookers must be dreading it.
Both sides just struggling to get a bit of momentum off their lineouts. Looks like it's a bit of a better ball there from Strand. That's lovely from them. Unfortunately, ref's going to call that not coming out straight. That's going to give Brackenfell ball again just outside the 22.
Yeah, fantastic attacking opportunity here now for Brackenfell. Just outside the 22 on the right-hand side, can bring the winger in. There are a number of different options they could use. Can set a midfield target, can set a wide target. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
Rightly so, Morgan. Looks like they've called for another line-out, so they want to retake. Brackenfell making use of the four-man line-out. Looks like it's confused Strand a bit about who's in and who's out. Strand competed well. Brackenfell with ball in hand. Strand again, just trying to usher them out into touch. Referee hasn't called more, so ball still available for Brackenfell. It's held onto their right winger there, De Jong. He's got the ball, he's passed it off, and here comes Brackenfell, straight and true through the Strand defense, looking for a gap now. Ball out there, and that's not going to stick to a hand, but it'll give Brackenfell the penalty now on the 22. Looks like they're going to go to the line here.
I'm not too sure taking the line out is an advantage in these conditions, Johan, but nonetheless, could potentially have looked at going for a scrum there. But let's hope they can win this line out and really set up either a driving maul or something amongst their backs.
Completely agree, Morgan. I think a good safe option here. Get it to the forwards, maul it for a bit, pull in some Strand numbers. Their backline is really good. Great on defense. They're fast, so you want to try and pull in the numbers, create that opportunity on the outside, and see if we can get one or two phases together. Yeah, I really believe if Brackenfell can get some phases together and keep the ball, they'll definitely get an opportunity. But here Strand have the ball now. They're going to counter, running straight out the 22. Here comes Strand, stepping off, handing off to the inside in the middle, looking for support. It's not there yet. Strand still have ball in hand now. That's a lovely way to run it out the 22. And here comes Brackenfell with a massive counter attack. We're going to play advantage to Strand for that last breakdown. Ball out there. Here comes Strand, streaming up the middle, getting over the advantage line every time they touch the ball. New advantage for Strand. And here comes Strand. There's numbers on the outside if they choose to use it. Dummy switch here, straight through the middle is Strand. And they've got the legs. Boy, do they have the legs under the post for Strand. And that was wonderful. Dummy switch there, short pass. And that's a wonderful line from Strand to get under the sticks for another 5.
Yeah, really impressive backline player. I mean, you could see they were all on the same page. Definitely had a plan. Definitely had a move in mind. Flower takes the ball to the line nice and strong. Dummy shows and goes and then lays the offload.
We used to call that one in school the DSP, the dummy switch pass.
100%.
Works 9 times out of 10, guaranteed.
I have no doubt they still use that call today, yeah. There we can see the replay I was hoping to get. Unfortunately, there's the replay. Dummies show and go. Pops it out to the speedster coming, who runs a fantastic line against the grain of the defense. And way too much wheels, scores under the poles. I wouldn't advise holding the ball in one hand the way he does there. But with the lead of 38 points to 0, I suppose we'll let it slide.
We'll let it slide for now. So Brackenfell here with the restart. Playing into the wind. Lovely high restart. That's a fantastic kick. Difficult to field that under the wind. Rightfully so. It's an offside after the knock-on. These days, that's a penalty. So Brackenfell now with a penalty on the 22. Looking like they're going to go for points here. He's signaling for the cone. Or for the tee. Replacement, scrum off there. Lyle Goliath bringing the tee on for his fly half. Looks like Brackenfell just want to get on the scoreboard here.
I was about to say, a bit of a strange decision at 38 points down to still want to go for poles, but
unless they plan on Strand conceding another 20 penalties, they can get 3 points each. It is a different tactic, but maybe it's a swing of momentum they're looking for.
fair enough. Great to see the coach backing the on-field decision, even though he may not necessarily agree.
Definitely, I think the more we give young rugby players the opportunities to make decisions. The better we grow, the youngsters, we want them to develop. That's the main outcome here. Develop into mature rugby players that can make good decisions on and off the field. So that puts Brackenfell on the board. A warm welcome to them on the scoreboard. 3 points to Strand's big 38. Strand here with the restart. They've gone short. There's no one there from Brackenfell. How will this sit up? Oh, and it's set up for Brackenfell. Carrying it forward now. Offload off the deck. Brackenfell fighting forward. They'll need numbers at the breakdown. And just spilled it there for Strand. Ball out here from Strand, and here we go again. Strand fighting forward. They've got numbers out left if they can move the ball wide enough. Oh, that's a lovely dummy. But he's met by a wall of yellow and red and blue jerseys. And Strand just showing the ability to move the ball through phases. And stepping inside now, Strand again. Offload off the deck. Ball out wide left. Strand really showing prominence in putting the ball through phases here, Morgan.
Yeah, Strand have shown that they're able to keep the ball through plenty of phases in the first half, and doing so again in the second. You know, the back line is firing, is a plan without a doubt. Flyer is taking nice control here, as we see, takes it to the line with a nice hard line from this 12 who's played really well. There he goes, straight through. For a try, and so deserve it for this young man who has played really well so far in this opening 33 minutes.
Definitely so, Morgan, and what a carry there from Strand. He's done phenomenally all game long and definitely deserves that score for his school. I've always been impressed with him so far. Strong leg drive, good carry. He's got safe hands, he hasn't dropped the ball. Really impressive running there from Strand. And looks like a bit of a continuation from the first half. Strand in control, and there we see again busting through the line, pumping the legs all the way to the try line and over for 5 points for Strand under 15s. Great score for his school. And now the attempt at adding the extras as Strand continue to pull away in this contest. Over, and that brings the score 45 points to 3. And just in the corner, we've got Strand under 16As and Brackenfell under 16As warming up for the following clash. And there we see the bench of Brackenfell. I'm sure they'll want to be utilized soon and get some game time in this half. Looks like we might have injury on field. We're just going to take the time and necessary precautions for that. Always a priority to make sure that player is safe and look after him, remove him safely from the field if necessary. Looks like he'll be carried off. No board necessary. But looks like a substitute will definitely be necessary. That's a great team effort there. I'm sure the paramedics will be thankful for that help. He looks like to be in quite some pain. Looks like a bit of a calf tweak or strain there. Needs some attention. All right, so back into it. Brackenfell now with the kickoff. Just trying to get their affairs in order here. Lovely restart there. That's going to sit in the wind. Will it hit the gap? Just in the gap. They're not sticking to hand now. Looks like the Brackenfell player was pulled there. Tackling without the ball calls the ref. And that's going to be a penalty to Brackenfell. Seems as if they're busy debating which penalty option to take. Might be a tap and go here. We had to go.
He
we
didn't
have
tap
the
the
tap.
Referee being extremely lenient, bringing it back. And oh!
Oh, no, no, no. Brackenfell will be disappointed with that.
2 bites at the cherry and couldn't get the penalty right both times, unfortunately. So, turnover ball, a bit of a direct reflection of Brackenfell's afternoon so far. Unfortunately, just not going their way and currently finding themselves at a 45 points to 3.
Tough Friday afternoon here for Brackenfell.
I was extremely vocal before the game, thinking that home ground advantage would play a role here, Johan, but it seems just not to be this afternoon.
So Strand here with the feed to the scrum. Been quite a tightly contested affair this afternoon. Referee's not happy with the set, so we're going to have a reset. Morgan, what's your opinion on the outcry from rugby audiences about number of resets allowed? Eats so much time, takes away from the viewing, less minutes of rugby, more times watching the forwards stand up and get down and stand up and get down.
Yeah, you know, ball in play in rugby is extremely low as it is. As we see Strand here, again, carry nice and strong to the line with a switch with his 12 centre who's played fantastically well this afternoon. And then results in another scrum, Johan. So while we're at it, yeah, I mean, you know, ball in play, as I was saying, is already so low. So reset scrums is not ideal. But that being said, I think the safety of our players is of utmost importance. And just trying to get a scrum going for the sake of getting a scrum going, we will probably pick up a lot more injuries, neck injuries at scrum time. So I think trying to find a balance between speeding up the scrums and safety of players is probably where we're gonna where we'll find the best results. The answer to that I don't have.
We'll see soon if they bring the break foot law from the Northern Hemisphere. Does at least increase safety for the front row, especially on that set. Means you can't, you have to have that break foot there at all times. You can't lift it away to try and chase the gap. So they're busy with studies of that at the moment to see how does that reduce neck injuries for the front rowers. Brackenfell again looking to slowly chip away at the deficit.
Extremely brave, kicking from your own 10 with the wind not necessarily in your favor.
Not entirely. It's a far kick without wind.
With some wind. It just gets a little bit farther.
So 40 meters out here for Brackenfell. It's a monster of a kick. The wind's coming across the posts from right to left. It's going to have to give this some real berries to get it over the posts. I think for this, Morgan, I would close my eyes and kick it as hard as I can and see what happens. This is a tough kick.
For me, Johan, the old toe punt.
The toe punt.
Would have to
Straight
play a
and
role.
true.
Straight and true. No matter what wind is blowing.
That's a great strike.
Struck
I'll
it
give
really
him that.
well.
And it's a lovely kick from Brackenfell. We'll take that.
That is a really impressive kick.
All the
Wind-
other penalties they got in the opposition off, they could have kicked as well by the look of it.
I couldn't agree with you more. There were about a couple of them, weren't they?
Okay. That changes the game for Brackenfell. They've got a kicker.
Yeah, really impressive at 15 and under 15 to be able to doing that. Man's definitely got a bright future in terms of his kicking ability. So we've got to keep a close eye on him.
Definitely need to keep an eye on him. That's a lovely natural strike of the ball. Strand here with a restart. It's short for Brackenfell. Put a name to it. Unfortunately, just spilled out there. So we'll go back to the scrum. Strand just with the player still on the deck. Looks to be in a bit of pain. Not looking like he's going to get up anytime soon. Knock on there, so that'll be Strand's ball. And speaking of collisions, Morgan, did you see Angelo Davids and Roscoe Speckman colliding in that Currie Cup clash? That's
not big men. But that is the pace at which those two collided
Oh my.
was exactly the reason I don't play rugby anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was thinking, it's so great that I'm not doing that anymore. From my couch.
We can enjoy those moments from our couch. As Strand United, I keep saying Strand United, as Strand under 15s make a couple of changes here from the bench.
So scrum down here, Strands feed. They're just about on the opposition 10. With a bit of an early shove from them. They started driving before the ball was put in. That's going to give Brackenfell the tap and go play. Ball out to the left now. What option will they take? They've gone to boot, trying to move it downfield. There's space, and that is a great kick downfield. Lovely recognition of space. And a wonderful kick to put it down in the opposition 22. That's a bit more pressure for Strand.
Don't quite understand the concept of taking the penalty kick and then tapping it and then handing it to the fly who kicks it out. Could potentially just kick it out of the hand and had the line out for themselves as well. So just something to think about, you know, this Brackenfell side. Clearly have a flower that has an educated boot. Maybe just use them a bit more wisely throughout the afternoon.
Rightly so, Morgan, especially with this wind. Really want to slow down your kicking opportunities. Make sure you're in control. And kick from there. Ball in from Strand. That's a lovely line out, well executed. Box kick. It's a high level exit from Strand at this age group. Down and out off the line out. Brackenfell throwing the ball out. Strand putting all sorts of pressure on this Brackenfell attack. Brackenfell managed to hang on to it. Ball out to the right side now. 2 passes out. Step to the inside, outside. Looking for support. Manhandled is the ball carrier from Brackenfell again. Third phase. No one back home. Big kick out. Just difficult to read there under the wind. It sits up, but it's come off the hand. And here we go. Play on for Brackenfell. Ball's available for them to use. Ball out to the left. Can they make use of the opportunity now? Carrying forward. It's a lucky turn of events for Brackenfell with penalty advantage. Ball out there from the fly half. Cray now, he moves the ball out. And we'll go back to the penalty there. Brackenfell again just outside of the opposition 22.
And with a flower in your team like we've seen, probably go for poles again, Johan.
Take points, get into double digits. Go 9, then go 12.
And it must be said, I mean, definitely a better second half from Brackenfell. Definitely holding onto the ball a little bit longer, definitely putting the ball through a few more phases and depriving the Strand, this very dangerous Strand backline of ball.
Definitely, I'd love to see the possession stats for the second half. It's definitely shown a swing in passes made, phases played for Brackenfell. They've really turned the corner here in the second half. Whatever the coach has said at halftime to his troops has had a positive effect on the gents, and they're being rewarded here. I'm sure fly half Miguel Carlse is going to look to add another 3 points to Brackenfell's account here. That's a lovely kick there from Brackenfell again. Really well done for them.
Yeah, an educated boot there. Definitely should use this young man more often.
It's impressive from Brackenfell. I'm sad we're only seeing him now in the second half. And it's a great weapon to have at this age group. You're not always going to be able to go to the corner and set a great maul or have a great scrum or be able to go through 5 phases. but very often you will find yourself in the opposition half with a penalty in your favor, and it's great to be able to give the tee to a guy like him and go, right, let's get points on the board.
Yeah, 100%.
Looks like it's going to be line-out ball here for Strand. Been rather impressed with their line-out so far, especially under pressure in their own 22. Done really well to get that ball down and out and exit. Here we see them in the more attacking opportunity. Front ball again, it's been safe, it's been a great ball for them. What an option off the line-out, short target here. Straight and true is Strand under 15. How many more defenders will he shake off? Strand building up, and penalty their way, going for the quick tap. There's space on the right. Fortunately, the tap's just not on the mark. Opportunity still there for Strand. Ball out to the right side. He's beaten one. He's still going, carrying forward is Strand. Looks like they'll hang on to this ball. Strand here building the phases through attack, handing off again. Going straight now. Will he get down to the line? He's placed again for another phase. A quick pick and go. Oh, and that's great defense from Brackenfell. They've just held him up on their own try line. But referee's going to call back for penalty. Quick tap and go again. Strand going for the corner, moving it to the side. Over. Again, quick thinking from Strand. Really being able to spot the opportunity, react quickly, and move the ball into space.
Yeah, very quick thinking there from Strand. Still wanting to put more points on the board, not being complacent with their 40-odd point lead. And another really good try. Here we see the replay. Quick tap from the replacement scrum off. Takes the ball to the line, shows it to his winger, steps inside the one defender, and then drives over the try line for another 5-pointer for him and his team. Just takes the scoreline to 50.
A rather large margin here between the two sides. Here's the attempt at goal. That's a lovely kick. Seeing a really fantastic kicking display here. And that's the game. 52 points to 9. A big show of strength here, a great play and running from Strand. And what a wonderful game. Coming up next, we have Strand under 16A versus Brackenfell under 16A. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly with more from the Brackenfell Hoërskool Rugby Day. and welcome back to the Brackenfell Horse School Rugby Day. We're here on day one, and we're about to kick off the second game of the day. It's Brackenfell under 16A up against Strand under 16A. It's a fantastic clash here. We just had one before this, which was the showdown of the 15As, seeing Strand coming out 52-9 ahead of Brackenfell. Joining me in commentary, Virgil. How are you, good sir?
Johan, goeiemiddag. Gaan baie goed, dankie, is kan nie kla nie. Het lyk vir my die manne van die strand het hulle wind saamgebring hier in Brackenfell. Dis 'n lekker windjie wat oor die speelveld waai. Maar met my gaan dit baie goed, dankie, is kan nie kla nie. Ons is opgewonde vir uitstekende skole rugby.
Rightly so, and kicking on your screen from left to right is Brackenfell. Strand receiving now in their 22. Straight into the action. Here comes the counter-attack. A massive boot downfield there. What a great kick. And looks like it'll find touch, not directly out. That's a wonderful opening play there from Strand. What an exit.
Goeie skop gedoen deur die heel agter Darren Dramat van spasie aan die diskant en plaas sy span in die halfgebied van Brackenfell. Sal interessant wees om te sien hoe hanteer hulle hierdie windsituasie, 'n nuwe uitdaging of 'n ander uitdaging wat die wind na die spel toe bring. En ons sal graag wil sien hoe die manne, hoe die spelers hierdie uitdaging hanteer van die wind.
Matthew Weingard here with the throw. He'll be looking to find his jumper. Does so. It's a lovely line out from Brackenfell. Ball not going to hand there. It's come out to inside centre. Mbaya. But he's going to give a penalty to Strand. Quick tap here. Lovely step to the inside. Handing off there now. Strand with ball in hand. Out to the left side. Forwards ball. Crashing it up. Straight and true. Looks like Lock. Hagen Orlam there. Scrum off. Digging out for the ball. Jaden Steenkamp. And we'll go back for the penalty.
Ja, dis Brackenfell wat net 'n oorlas maak van hulle self by daardie loskram. Maak dat Strand net nie die balbesit skoon kry nie en hulle word gestraf vir dit.
Another high tackle penalty given there. So Strand here with the free hit in the opposition 22. Lovely straight carry there again from Hagen Orlam. We'll go back for that high tackle penalty there. That's already the second penalty. So the ref's going to slow down the game.
Ja, Johan, die dissipline van Brackenfell wat hulle in die steek laat. Die span van Strand wat die basiese dinge reg doen, wat die bal oor die voordeellyn vat, druk uitoefen op die verdediging van Brackenfell en hulle dwing die druk af op Brackenfell.
Ball out there from Strand. It's a quick tap again. They're not looking for the set piece. Looks like they seem to enjoy having the ball in hand, and it's been lost. It's off to Brackenfell. Lovely offload. Fling it around now. Here comes Brackenfell down the left side. Will he have the legs? They're going to race for the corner. Oh! That is a nasty, nasty cover tackle there. I wonder what the ref will have to say about that.
Ja, groot skade uitgeoefen daar op die kruisverdediging wat seker maak dat die speler van Brackenfell by die kantlyn uitgeboener word. Maar wat 'n loopie daar, uitstekende loopie deur die speler en hy kan baie trots voel op daardie spelwerke wat plaasgevind het.
Looks like Liam Lucas there, who got the stretch of his legs down the touchline. Here we see him go again. Lovely little netball throw over the top, stretching his legs down the line. And then he's met with the WWE clothesline. Out of touch.
Ja, die spreekwoordelike wasgoedlyn wat hom uitgooi daar by die kantlyn. Hy het die ondersteuning gehad, maar hy het besluit om self te gaan. Miskien sy oë net bietjie groot geraak toe hy die doellyn gesien het.
Happens to the best of us. And here we go, Brackenfell again with ball. Going for
aangeslaan het. Hulle het die skram voordeel en kom ons kyk of hulle vir Strand onder groot druk kan sit by hierdie skramtyd.
Completely agree. Virgin.
Hoe die twee voorrye gaan opweeg teenoor mekaar en of hulle daai druk situasies kan hanteer. Ek dink dit gaan die belangrike ding wees spesifiek by hierdie vaste faset.
Ball out there for Strand. They've gone left side. Banana kick back inside. He was looking for someone on the inside. It sits up for Brackenfell. Spilled out there. Who will get hold of the ball? Looks like Brackenfell off to the left now. Brackenfell trying to come into play here. Slow ball for Brackenfell. Tight run there. It's pulled forward, so that's going to give Strand the advantage from the knock-on. Ball out to the left. They have numbers if they can move it there. Trying to get the ball away there was outside centre from Strand. Over the top now to left wing of Strand is Ernie George. Penalty there, off feet from Brackenfell. And really impressive here. Strand, ball in hand, are very strong. They know when to use it quick. They have good tempo. They know when to slow it down. Looking really well rehearsed here. Virgil?
Ja, is net die dissipline van beide spanne wat vir hulle by kritieke oomblikke in die steek laat. En dan weet ons is vroege in die seisoen, so ons verwag hier dat die manne se hantering 100% is nie, maar die hantering aan beide kante wat hulle ook aan die steek laat, manne wat 'n paar balle op die grond laat val het. So as die span die hulle hantering kan verminder, gaan dit natuurlik vir hulle tel en hopelik daai positiewe resultaat vir hulle op die telbord kry.
Definitely so, Virgil. And whispering the secret line-out call there. Looks like for lock there, Hagen Orlam. But the referee's going to bring us back. Looks like it wasn't completely straight there. Still a scoreless first half here. We've seen both teams showing ability to play the ball wide, run with it in hand, kick it downfield. And excited to see what this half may bring.
Ja, 5 minute in die wedstryd. En sover is dit balbesit evenredig. Vir die eerste keer in die helfte is dit Strand wat in die helfte van in die speelgebied van Brackenfell kom. En hulle eerste lyn staan van die wedstryd en is Brackenfell wat met dit wegkom, is Lou wat besluit om die bal vorentoe te skop. En goed hanteer deur Dramat. En hy sien spasie en hy klop een man. En 'n goeie doodvat uitgeoefen op Dramat hier agter. En die manne gesels ook nou sommer lekker saam daar.
That is a great hit. I'm not going to commend all of the technique, but all the heart was there. And that's what we love to see. What a wonderful hit there. And a lovely exit from Brackenfell as well. Off the line out, clean ball. 2 forwards coming forward. Behind the back, just gives that fly half all the time in the world to exit. That's really well rehearsed from Brackenfell. One guard again looking to find his jumpers. Back ball. Really wonderful line out here from this under 16 side. Looking professional, carrying forward there. Brackenfell, 8th man. Looks like Antoine Julius. Slow ball here for Brackenfell. Looking to carry it forward is Bonono.
Ja, Strand wat baie goed gedoen het by daardie afbreekpunt, die bal afgeneem. Maar ongelukkig die skeieregter wat beslis die manne was ontkant geweest of die bal liewer op die grond gespeel. En Belwel wat balbesit geniet. Ja, op die kyk weer sien ons dat Drummond die heel agter hoe hy plat getrek word. Maar beide spanne wat net nie daardie kontinuïteit aan die gang kry nie, maar die momentum wat heidaglik op hierdie oomblik aan die kant van Brackenfell is.
The wind just starting to be ever so more difficult to kick in and try and exit in. Brackenfell again here with line out. And here we see that carry again. And that absolute monstrous hit from Brackenfell. What a time to put in a great tackle. Brackenfell again with line out. They've been really excellent. And there's another good ball from them. Unfortunately, not going straight.
Ja, Johan, natuurlijk die wind. Wat 'n groot impak het wanneer dit kom by lyn staan ingooie. En dit gaan iets spesiaal kos van hierdie hakkers om seker te maak dat hulle bal reguit ingooi by lynstaantyd, sodat hulle daai balbesit of die balretensie kan behou.
So as I understand it, Virgil, at line-out time, if you throw in, for those at home who don't know, if the ball enters and goes past the 5-meter line straight and in the middle, whatever happens to it then, due to the wind, is whatever happens to it to the wind. If it blows to your favor or against your favor, that's all to the wind. But as long as when you throw it in, it gets over the 5 straight, From there, the refs should be quite happy to let it go, whichever way it blows. Brackenfell here, catching that exit now, playing down to the right flank of the field in the trams. And a bit of a late tackle there. Don't know if the ref's going to address that. Looks like he might. Just give the guys a word.
Ja, Johan, hierdie wedstryd wat net nie aan die gang kan kom nie. Die vloei wat gestop word eerder of deur hanteringsfoute of dissipline en daar sien ons die skeieregter wat met beide kapteins praat om vir hulle te sê dat hulle dissipline definitief sal moet handhaaf in hierdie wedstryd.
Rightly so, Virgil. I think the ref's going to want to say, look, gents, having a good game. So it's been good so far. Brackenfell's another line out. I completely understand why they're going to look to go to the line. Their lineouts have been operating really well, besides from 1 or 2 throws. It's well rehearsed. They get good ball, great lift on their jumpers. They have tall locks, especially at the back. It gives them a wonderful option. And Wineguard's definitely going to be looking to find Bernardo or De Vries. His 2 locks, the 4 and the 5 there, standing in the middle and front jump there. Stack forward, front ball for Brackenfell. It's well kept again. Not straight. It's been the name of the game. Matthew Wineguard definitely be a little bit disappointed with that.
Ja, ek dink Wineguard sal 'n bietjie kreatief aan die orde van die dag moet lê. Seker te maak of met 'n plan voor 'n dag te kom oor hoe gaan hulle verseker dat hulle reguit by die lyn staan kan ingooi. En ons het gepraat van hierdie momentumbrekers en hierdie skeef ingooi by die lyn staan is definitief 'n momentumbreker.
Nonetheless, a wonderful day here at Brackenfell High School. They annually host the Brackenfell Rugby Day here. It's a wonderful venue, beautiful school grounds. We've got this main pitch with the games on, and behind us we've got another 2 fields full of action. We've got one more game for you today after this, and tomorrow morning we start 10 to 8 with the live broadcast of our first fixtures. And we can't wait to bring you all the action here from Hoërskool Brackenfell. Straight, lovely ball here, short option drop for Strand. Brackenfell over the ball at the breakdown, penalty their way. And that's massively well done. A much tighter contest here, still scoreless between the 2 under-16 teams. The previous game saw the Strand under-15As pull away 53 points to 9. And Virgil, this game is well contested. Both teams really not letting up at all.
Ja, Brackenfell baie goed gedoen. Strand op daardie oomblik wat die bal nie mooi beskerm het nie en dan vir Brackenfell in staat gestel het om daardie bal te steel, maar daar sien ons die hantering wat vir Brackenfell in die steek laat en ons het die grondskoppie wat deurgesit word en die skeieregter wat hulle terugroep om te sê die skram vir daai hantering fout wat begaan was deur Brackenfell.
So back we go for the scrum. Strand will have the feed to the ball.
Ja, en ek moet sê dat die vaardighede, ek kan sien dat die hardloopvaardighede van hierdie spelers, dit is daar en die hantering, hulle moet net die geleentheid kry om dit ten volle tentoon te stel en daar sien ons weer strafskop by die skram situasie aan Strand. Is net daar die skramkrag wat net nie mooi beheer word nie en die skram wat afgrond toe gaan.
Rightly so, Virgil. And if you can have an early look at the 2 sides, I really think Strand looking really strong with ball in hand, very fast, able to play wide side of the field, spread the ball out, have fast runners, and Brackenfell look like they really control set piece well. Their lineouts can operate, their scrum isn't too bad, they're good on that short ball. So really interesting to see, how these 2 different teams are going to find a way. Someone has to break at some point. And I'm sure both teams are watering at the mouth to get the first points on the board.
Ja, beide spanne nog nie in staat was om fases op te sit nie. En dit was 'n leemte in die eerste helfte, maar daar sien ons vir Brackenfell wat daar die lyn staan afgeneem het van Strand en hier kom hulle met 'n mooi loopie en goed gedoen is daar die speler wat sterk op sy voet is. Weer eens die bal wat verloor word in die kontak en Strand wat kom met 'n rare geleentheid om aan te val.
Ball out left from Strand, stepping inside now, bit of a high tackle there. Ref hasn't given it much notice. Out from scrum half to the fly half, Nicholas. He sends it out wide to his ball carrier, Strand, with quick ball. Out to the right side, here comes Strand. They've got space, they have numbers. Are they going to get through? And we're going to go back. Looks like a forward pass there. What a wonderful little piece of play from Strand. Good 3 phases, clean ball, quick ball, and the ability to move it into space obviously means they've got good communication from the outside to move that ball there. Unfortunately, just on the drift there, pass goes forward.
Ja, jy kan sien dat die loskakel Nicholas baie goed doen om sy agterlyn weg te stuur. Die man laat die bal die praat weer doen. Ongelukkig vir daai hanteringsfout, die bal vorentoe aangegee, maar belovende stukkie spelwerk daar die strand en kom ons kyk wat hulle in hierdie eerste helfte kan verder verrig.
Tightly contested scrum there. Brackenfell coming away with the advantage. Step back inside now, trying to clear it. Was Brackenfell fly half low. Looks like Strand might have the ball here, but they'll also get the penalty. Brackenfell off of their feet.
Ja, daar die basiese beginsels, ondersteuning. Wanneer by die loskram kom, moet jy seker maak dat jy gebind is en dan ook op jou voete is. En Brackenfell op daardie oomblik geleentheid nie op hulle voete nie.
And it's a 1-for-1 ping-pong of penalties for both teams.
Ja, Johan, dit is 'n jammerte. En ek glo die afrigter sal 'n bietjie van 'n frustrasie het van hulle spelers kan net nie aan die gang kom nie. Spel wat gestop word eerder deur dissipline of hanteringsfout en die wind maak dan ook dinge nie baie maklik hier nie.
It's usually early on in the season the games look a little bit more like this. I think as we progress through the season they have a few less penalties, less handling errors. All the gents need is time with their coaches, time in training, but especially what they need are days like these, festivals, tournaments. So great for these guys to develop and learn and grow in the great game of rugby.
Ja, wedstryde soos hierdie en rugby daar soos hierdie is geleenthede wat die spelers kan gebruik as 'n platform vir die res van die seisoen. En dit is die afrigters wat gewoonlik na hierdie wedstryde kyk om te sien hoe fiks is die manne, hoe gekondisioneerd is hulle, hoe is die skakelpare en die posisionele spel van hierdie spelers. So 'n goeie gilde geleentheid vir die afrigters om te sien waar is hierdie manne.
Good tight head shove there from Strand, but in age group rugby you're not allowed to wheel the scrum. And you're also not allowed to push it further than 1.5 meters is the rules for high school scrummaging. So you have to make sure as soon as you've won a meter, you've got to start pulling it back and slowing down. If you scrum them further than 1.5 meters, you actually give up a free kick. So you've got to be strong, but not too strong. Ball out here from Strand, picked up by 8th man. Looks like Ashraf Fani. Ball out wide there now. Strand, if they can keep it for some more phases, will come into their own, stepping inside, dumbing outside, working forward now. Can they clean and keep it? Ball out there to fly half, straight carry, here comes Strand, rampaging into Brackenfell, 22. Lovely 3 phases here, fly half's done well. Great control from Tyrone Nicholas. There he is wide again, setting the depth of the back line, setting it out right now. They have numbers. They've chosen to hold on to it. Offload off the deck. It's met by stern and strong defense from Brackenfell. Just ushering Strand out into touch.
Baie goeie spelwerk gedoen deur Strand. Hulle agterlyn is lus vir hardloop. Die 8ste man Ashraf Fani, hy's prominent en dan ook Tyrone Nicholas. Baie goed gedoen. Ek hou van die manier hoe die agterspelers van Strand reguit maak. Die verdediging van Brackenfell op hulle trek en dan die spasie skep aan die buitekant en ongelukkig die verkeerde opsie wat uitgeoefen was van hulle het die man oorgehad aan die diskant.
Rightly so, Virgil, and definitely enjoying the way Tyrone controls the ball there. He sets a good width for the back line and communicates really well, gets the forwards around the corner and just knows when to call it for the backs as soon as there's enough numbers sucked in. Does really well to usher the ball towards him and move it out to the backs. Brackenfell there, getting the turnover, crucial area of the game, and a crucial time as well. Still scoreless here, tightly contested. Most of this half has been spent in the Brackenfell half. They'll look to relieve that territorial pressure, but they're not going to find touch. It's caught there by right winger Selwyn Ortel. He's moved it out. 2 passes to the middle of the field. Strandia now with some space on the left. That wide skip pass. It's still going to stay in. Going up the left side. Looks like just went into touch there was Ernie George.
Ja, die scheidsrechter ongelukkig beslis, hy het uitgetrap. Maar Tyrone Nicholas, hy het net die vermoë om reguit te maak en die verdediging op hom te trek. Daar sien ons weer Strand wat die bal lig gee, maar ongelukkig die speler Ernie George wat uittrap. Maar Strand wat gebiedsvoordeel geniet, balbesit geniet. Hulle kan eenvoudig net nie hulle bewegings afrond nie.
Boyer in from Weingard. He'll definitely look to get this one straight, and he's got it. He'll be so relieved with that. He's been battling that wind and that skew throw the whole afternoon. Lovely kick there from Brackenfell. He's kicked it deep and it's rolled. But here's the counter-attack opportunity for Strand. Stepping in now is fullback. Looks like Darren Dramat. It's a lovely return. He's won his team plenty meters. Brackenfell now pulling the breakdown and winning the penalty. What a turnover.
Ja, Brackenfell wat baie goed doen. Hulle is 'n probleem, hulle is 'n kopseer vir Strand by die afbreekpunte en hulle in hierdie geval bewerkstellig hulle daardie omkeer besit. Ek dink wat Strand sal moet doen is om spelers te stuur na die loskram toe en dan verseker dat hulle daardie balbesit in die eerste plek beskerm en dan kwaliteit balbesit dan weer herwin.
Definitely can agree with that. I think it's always good at this age group to try and coach the guys. Try and commit 2 to each breakdown. If you arrive there, remove the threat. If there's no threat, let's put 2 gents down there. Let's secure that ball. And let's get the ball away from the ruck. We don't want to spend too much time there. We want to move it away from there, set the next pod. Definitely the more time we leave that ball in the ruck, the more danger in of losing that.
Ja, Johan, baie belangrik vir afrigters, veral op hierdie ouderdomsgroep is dat seker te maak dat die spelers verstaan wat hulle rolle is, wat hulle verantwoordelikhede is. En baie keer weet die ouens nie wat hulle verantwoordelikheid is nie, spesifiek by die loskrams, en dis waar die probleme kom.
Another line out there from Brackenfell. It's worked out for them, not the prettiest, but they will take it. There's a good contest there from Strand. Brackenfell need to clean the threat away. Ball out to the right side. Carry there from tight, loose head, Bonono. Brackenfell just trying to hold on to this ball. They've put it through 3 good phases now. They've 1 meters every phase here. They need to keep edging forward. Ball out there, looks like a little switch of play. Brackenfell still fighting and wrestling forward. Strand just hassling them, trying to rip the ball there. And we'll come back for the penalty. The quick tap option's definitely there for Brackenfell. Coaches are screaming, take the quick tap. But it looks like it'll be a slow ball here. And Brackenfell are pointing 2 posts. Looks like it'll be the first real opportunity for Brackenfell to put some points on the board.
Ja, vriendskaplike wedstryd, maar tog wil die manne seker maak dat hulle die basiese dinge reg doen. En hulle gaan vir die 3 punte interessant te sien en te hoor hoe die afrigter sê vat dit vinnig, maar die spelers het die besluit gemaak om te gaan vir die 3 punte.
We saw the under 15 kicker from Brackenfell, the really impressive boot. We wonder if under 16 A's from Brackenfell have the same educated boot. It's a lovely strike, but it's been pushed wide. And that's going to take us to the halftime break. Still 0-0 here. A scoreless encounter between Brackenfell and Strand under 16A. We're going to head to the halftime break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly.
We need to bring out the lion, you know, all guns blazing.
It always takes two to tango.
Has Hamilton gone through?
I will never back down from anyone.
That's a big crash.
You don't do that here. He really doesn't know me.
They go wheel to wheel with Verstappen's in Lewis Hamilton.
Game on.
Hamilton pulls ahead of Verstappen.
They were racing each other hard.
Best season I've ever commentated on.
Come on! Woo!
Oh my, that was so not right.
Track very slippery.
Max Verstappen, you are the world champion.
Are you ready for some action then?
The Formula One season on a dedicated motorsport channel. We race as one, live on Supersport on DSTV Premium. Broadcast this March. Join the DSTV Compact table and feast on our full course of mouth-watering fixtures. Get the DSTV HD 8S decoder at a discounted price of 499 Rand, save 250 Rand, and get free installation to enjoy a feast of football like no other. Only on Supersport on DSTV Compact. Command
It's not just our strength, passion, pride that pushes us to win. It's a voice that we hear inside that echoes your voice when you join together in song and celebration.
We are more than just rugby fans. You are the fans that rock. And this is Rugby That Rocks. The 2022 Varsity Rugby season, live on Supersport. Proudly sponsored by FNB and Steers.
All right, and welcome back to the Brackenfell Hoërskool Rugby Festival. We're on day one here. Match two sees Brackenfell under 16A versus Strand under 16A. Halftime chats here, looking in on Brackenfell. Let's have a look at what they have to say. Right, so let's get into the second half here. And a scoreless first half. Although not a boring first half, actually rather entertaining. We're seeing different strengths from different sides. Wonderful skill level for this age group so far. We've seen Brackenfell dominating set piece, fantastic line out, good holding the ball through the phases. Where we've seen Strand with a great running ability, a great pass. Unfortunately not the set piece dominance quite as great as Brackenfell. I definitely think we're in for a good second half encounter here.
Ja, Johan, ek dink dat die afrigter selfs met hulle manne gepraat het en sê manne, maak seker van ons dissipline, maak seker spesifiek by Strand dat wanneer ons by daardie loskrams is, beskerm die bal en dan natuurlik maak seker wees geduldig wanneer ons daardie fases opsit. Maak seker ons balhantering is 100% sodat ons die momentum kan behou. Huidiglik die span wat vir my uitstaan is Strand, van hulle agterlyn aan die gang kom, baie gevaarlik gelyk, is net daar 1-2 insidente wat hulle net nie kon afrond nie. Definitief vrae gevra vir die verdediging van Brackenfell en hopelik kan hulle dan in die tweede helft hulle bewegings afrond en daai punte aanteken wat hulle so broodnodig soek.
Right, so Strand on your screens playing from left to right in their green and maroon. And Brackenfell receiving the ball. Strand kicking into the wind. It's been a testing factor for the age group so far. It's a lovely deep restart from Strand. Brackenfell put a name on it. Unfortunately, they didn't get a hand to it. Looked like Franco kitching there. So Antoni Julie's there just trying to call for the ball and the wind just moving it in the air, making it really difficult to receive those high restarts in the conditions.
Ja, Johannes, is nie die basiese beginsels weer eens nie nagekom nie. My afrigter het altyd vir my gesê as jy die bal gaan vang, nomineer jouself. Kommunikasie wat ontbreek en ongelukkig die bal wat in niemandsland val en dan uitgerol het by die kantlyn.
Again, Brackenfell with a lovely line out. Unfortunately, not a great pass from the scrum half, but still the opportunity to kick out. And here comes Strand on the counter attack, running true and hard there. Will they keep it for a second phase? It's been their battle all day long, going to the blind side, lovely straight running there. It's a lovely run there from 8th man, Ashraf Fani. And Strand with the penalty. Quick tap here, they're looking to speed up the ball. Playing to the right side now, feeding it. Here comes Strand, direct and straight. There's numbers. They've spread it out wide over the whitewash. And what a dive there. Looks like Selwyn Ortal scoring in the corner for Strand. And what a lovely score, the first one of the game. Strand really deserved that. Quick opportunity was taken. Spread the ball out wide. And Strand go over for the first try of the game.
Ja, daar op die kyk weer sien ons vinnig geneem deur Jaden Steenkamp. Hy vang vir Brackenfell ontkant daar en hulle is die agterlyn wat die werk doen. Ek hou van hoe hulle die spasie aanval, die verdediging op hulle dan trek en dan sodoende om die man oor te bewerkstellig en Selwyn Ortal druk 'n uitmuntende 3 vir Strand.
Lovely try there from Strand. I'm sure they'll be delighted to be getting on the scoreboard.
Ja, dit gee vir ons ook iets om oor te praat, Johan.
And the conversion attempt from Tyrone Nicholas. Tricky spot here from the right. Looks like not the ideal strike he would have wanted. But alas, Strand ahead, 5-love. Still leading the game here.
Ja, jy kan sien dat daar is hoop potensiaal in die agterlyn van Strand en dan ook natuurlik die agste man Ashraf Fani. Wanneer hy balbesit kry, hardloop hy toegerig en maak hy seker hy bring vir Strand oor die voordeellyn, kom agter die verdediging van Brackenfell aan en Brackenfell wat sal moet wys wat steek in hulle is die tuisspan.
Rightly so. Strand really doing the basics well, sending the ball down the hands and reaping all the rewards from that. And here, just off the kickoff, it's a lovely run. Plenty meters there, but it's given to the enemy. Friendly fire there for Strand. Pick and go around the outside. A little bit of space. Spotted and exploited. Be a penalty going towards Brackenfell for off feet at the breakdown. Brackenfell here, now in opposition 22. It's not an area they've been a lot in so far in this match. Really, really important. How do they manage it from here? It looks like they'll go to line. Will it be out? Yes. That is a fantastic kick, considering the conditions and the wind and the angle he had to work with. He's done lovely there to get the line out 5 meters outside of the Strand try line. Brackenfell's line out's been really well maneuvered today. They've operated well at line out time, and I'm sure it's going to provide a good base of attack here for the home side.
Ja, die loskakel baie goed gedoen en hy het gewys wat sy waardes vinnige ingegooi na voor daar na Gonkano toe. Interessant wees om te sien wat sy strategie Brackenfell gaan uitoefen en daar's 'n voordeel, strafskop voordeel vir Brackenfell. Hulle besluit om hierdie keer te gaan met die voorspelers en Strand wat ontkant is.
So penalty now for Brackenfell. Options aplenty. Looks like it might be a tap and go here. Love to see this, Virgil. And it's a crisscross applesauce from Brackenfell. Will it pay off? Another pick and go right side there. Penalty advantage for Brackenfell and over. Absolute delight for Brackenfell. Busting over the line. Another 5 points. That's going to even the game with the conversion to come. Wonderful work there from Brackenfell. A trick move off the tap and go. Sees them put in a scoreless first half and 2 scores in the first few minutes of the second half. What a turnaround for the game.
Ja, Wijngaard wat sy span se eerste 3 druk. Die voorspelers wat hulle hande opsteek en sê hulle gaan die verantwoordelikheid vat om die bal vorentoe te vat en oor die voordeellyn te oor die doellyn te kry wat hulle reg gekry het. Voorstede om hulle rugby naweek te vier en dit is Strand en Brackenfell wat mekaar die stryd aansê.
It's a lovely deep restart there from Strand, difficult to field. Brackenfell here with a counter. There's a bit of space at the back. It's well spotted. It's a good kick. Behind counter attack, the dummy, and lovely leg chop. Tackle there from Weingard. Strand out here with the ball now. Cross kick again. There's absolutely no one at the back. The chase is on for Strand. Will it sit up? Yes, it has. Try awarded. That's a lovely score from Strand. He spotted the space all the way at the back. A fantastic kick, and it's set up, and they'll have all the treats for that. What a try from Strand.
Moet vir Tyron Nicholas komplimenteer. Die man het gesien daar spasie oor aan die diskant en hy sit die voet aangee, sit hy deur en is Ernie George wat baie spoed het. Jaag aan die bal en hy het natuurlik die vaardighede om die bal op te tel en 'n briljante 3 af te rond vir Strand. Daar sien ons weer op die kyk weer. Die bal wat deurgeskop word deur Tyron Nicholas en gejaag word deur Ernie George. Man se balvaardighede laat hom nie in die steek in daardie geval en hy rond 'n pragt 3 af vir die manne van die Strand.
The lovely try there from Strand. Great to see young rugby players with the ability to look up, identify space, make a decision and execute. It's 3 things that we really want to praise from Strand. That's really well done.
Nicholas wat onsuksesvol was met daardie doelskop. Maar jy kan sien wanneer hy die agterlyn van Strand bal het, sal hy lus vir hardloop en ek is baie beïndruk deur Tyron Nicholas met die manier van hoe hy spel dikteer en sy opsies opsom en uitvoer. En hy het baie goed gedoen om te verseker dat Ernie George hulle tweede 3 druk.
Strand now with the lead again. It's been back and forth on the lead. Strand ahead, 10 points to 5. Brackenfell, the kickoff on your screens going from right to left. Change of sides there, short little restart. Strand have less numbers on this side of the field. That's going to be a bit of a seatbelt tackle. Ref seems to not mind. But we've got a lovely turnover coming there from Brackenfell. What a turnover at the breakdown. Great work there.
Ja, weer eens wat ons genoem het, Strand wat ongedisciplineerd is. Stuur daar die ondersteuning na die loskram toe nie en maak dit maklik vir Brackenfell om die bal te steel en omkeer besit te werkstellig en uitstekende lynskop daar van Franco Kitching vir Brackenfell.
Again, we see Brackenfell going to their line out. It's been the strong point of the game today. Setting up now with the 5-man. They've been seen using that short option where that front prop just turns around. They also have great lifting options. Weingard looking, it looks like it's going to go to the back. It's a great ball off to scrum off here. Out quick now for Brackenfell. Strand defense shooting up, fly half there. Nicholas making the spot tackle. Brackenfell with the penalty advantage. Building forward here. Referee's going to stop play. He's going to want to have a chat.
ja, die dissipline van Strand wat hulle so 'n bietjie in die steek laat. Hoog vat daar en ongeoorloofde spel, ongelukkig. Strand sal moet kyk na hulle dissipline, seker te maak hulle kry dit nou reg. En hier kom die groot voorspeler van Brackenfell, hierdie man wil gekeer wees, hy het baie momentum gehad, hulle het hom uiteindelik grond toe gekry, maar die strafskop voordeel nog steeds daar vir Brackenfell. En groot hart gewys deur Strand om hy man grond toe te bring.
That took a lot of guts, and here's Brackenfell for the corner. It's been awarded. That's a lovely try for Brackenfell. Back in the mix. Back like they've never left. Brackenfell, even the game, 10 aside. That's a lovely play from them. Tight space to work with, and here we see on the replay, going wide, diving for the corner, and what a finish from Brackenfell to even the game, 10 aside.
Uitstekend gedoen deur Brackenfell, hulle het gesien daar spasie, het die spel vinnig gemaak, vir Strand onkant betrap, en hulle rond 'n pragt 3 af, Brackenfell, hulle slaan onmiddellik terug, na die 5 punte van Strand.
And back and forth we go between Brackenfell and Strand, now 10 all. Another conversion opportunity here for Brackenfell. It's a good strike at good direction. Unfortunately, just not the legs to get all the way.
Moet vir Brackenfell komplimenteer oor hoe hulle groot manne in die wedstryd inbring en dan die groot baldraer het vir Brackenfell oor die voordeellyn gebring, baie verdedigers ingetrek en hy was verantwoordelik geweest vir daai spasie wat geskep was aan die diskant.
Lovely restart there from Strand and well received by Brackenfell. Strand now putting more pressure on Brackenfell. Brackenfell opening the game up, stepping inside, stepping out, shaking off 1 or 2 would-be tacklers. Ball out from Brackenfell. Good use of their forwards and possession. Another penalty advantage going the way of Brackenfell. Ball out wide here. Referee's going to bring us back for the earlier penalty.
Ja, die kommunikasie wat net afwesig is daar by Strand. Daar sien op die kyk weer hoe Brackenfell gevaarlik is in die losspel en hoe hulle oor die voordeellyn kom en die Strand se dissipline wat hulle in die steek laat en hier kom hierdie groot baldraer en daar's 'n groot ontploffing in die middelveld en ons het hom gehoor hier van die kommentaar af en is Brackenfell nou met hulle stert in die lug, hulle kom oor die voordeellyn toets, die verdediging van Strand en die skare wat ook nou sommer lekker saamgesels.
Seeing a complete swing of momentum from Strand to Brackenfell. Brackenfell now taking control of the game. Lovely chip. Does it sit up for Brackenfell? No, it doesn't. But what 2 great ball carries there for Brackenfell. Absolute mammoth of a carry for them. Really getting over the advantage line.
Dis wat jy soek in jou voorspelers, Johannes. Jy wil hê hulle moet vir jou oor die voordeellyn bring en die verdediging op hulle trek. En Brackenfell het goed gedoen. Hulle het vorentoe gegaan. Hulle het ondersteuning gehad en hulle het groot druk uitgeoefen op die verdediging van Strand.
Was Ruan Murray in picture, and Ruan Murray with those 2 massive carries, the one that led up to Brackenfell's second try and the previous one we just saw on screen here. Absolute beast on the ball. Got a fantastic carry on him. Always wins his team meters. Line out here to Strand. Hasn't been their strong suit for the day. Looks like Brackenfell will get this ball. Now in the opposition 22. Need to bring it to ground to retain that ball. Otherwise Strand will try to hold them up. Looks like it just might be the case here. And good turnover there for Strand. Good defense. Smothered the ball carrier. Able just to stop him in his tracks and get the turnover. It's going to be their scrum in their own 22. Going to be interesting to see how they get out of this tricky situation here.
Ja, groot druk vir Strand. Ons kan verwag dat die skramkrag van Brackenfell baie groot gaan wees. En het sal interessant wees om te sien hoe die manne van Strand daardie druk gaan absorbeer. En die skeieregter wat spel net stop en sê die manne te vinnig ingedruk. Dis een van die voorspelers wat beseer is. Ek hoop dis nie 'n kritieke besering nie. Maar was groot druk uitgeoefen op daai skrim.
Definitely so. Virgil looked like a big shove from both sides. And understandably, nature of the game there, just getting hurt from the collapse scrum. Brackenfell bringing on their reserve. Looks like Zander van Zyl will come on if the replacement is needed.
Ja, en dan ons kykers as julle nou net ingeskakel het. Ons is hier by Brackenfell se rugbydag en dit is die twee spanne Strand onder 16A teen Brackenfell se onder 16A span. Is 'n titaniese stryd tussen hierdie twee manne. En ons het toe mooi lopies gesien deur die groot voorspeler Roan Mare en 'n groot skram druk situasie vir Strand.
All right, so we're going to reset the scrum here. Strand's ball on there, just behind their 22. Right side of the pitch, quite a tricky area to exit from. Should favor the right-footed kicker. It's a big shove from Strand. We're going to go for the reset. About 6.5 minutes remaining here in this match. Still 10-all here. First half scoreless, second half we're tied up. We'll need one side to really put up their hand here, Virgil, and emerge out on top.
Ja, sal interessant wees om te sien wat Strand maak. Gaan hulle daar die sterk regte skouer kry? Gaan hulle die druk kan absorbeer wat Brackenfell hulle gee? Nee, en as dit 'n vaskop kom hy uit. By Brackenfell is 'n junior wat sy opsies opsom. En hy word grond toe gebring net so 'n meter of wat van die doellyn af en dan is dit die strafskop voordeel vir Brackenfell. Ja, Strand wat hy daai skram druk kon absorbeer het en 'n groot druk wat uit hulle op hulle uitgeoefen word en die omkeer besit die vaskop by daai skram situasie. Brackenfell uitstekend gedoen.
So we'll come back there for the penalty. Brackenfell, another tap and go. Not going for the crisscross, going straight and true for the line. Are they over? Nope, held up there. Good defensive effort from Strand. That's going to give Brackenfell the feed in to the scrum here on the opposition 5-meter line. Tough spot here to defend for Strand. So many options to go left and right here. 8th man to pick up. He's got his wing on the left side there to attack the blind.
Ja, Brackenfell baie gevaarlik by skramtyd. Hulle is in 'n gunstige posisie. Sterk gelyk in die skram. En kom ons kyk wat maak Kitching by hierdie ingooi. En dan is dit Strand wat 'n vryskop afstaan.
Looks like early shove there. Gives Brackenfell the free kick on the 5-meter. Looks like we might set up for another tap and go. I wonder if it's going to go to the big Mare. Yes, it does. He goes low and hard, and over is Mare. Remember the name, remember the game. Mare scores another 5 points for his side. Elation amongst the Brackenfell squad as they pull ahead, 15 points to 10 with 4 minutes left on the clock. Really good small ball there. We'll see on the replay again. Mare trotting downfield and placing over the whitewash for the third Brackenfell try. 15 points to 10 to Brackenfell. Conversion still to come.
Ja, feitlik onmoontlik om vir Maree daar te stop. Hy is soos 'n weggoltrok. En ek sien die verdediging van Strand wat so bietjie skief was om hom om my laagvat op hom uit te oefen.
And looks like the kicking duties have been given over to Barend Labuschagne. He'll try to add the extra 2 points just to make it ever so difficult for Strand to come back from this. It's a good strike. It's got some legs, but just not the direction there. So the score will remain 15-10 to Brackenfell, which so far evens the rugby day here at Brackenfell High School. The under-15As took the defeat to Strand under-15As, and looks like the under-16As might be able to walk away with the win here.
Ja, Johan, jy weet wat hulle sê, die dame het nou nog nie gesing nie. So daar is nog hoop vir Strand en die bal wat aangeslaan word van die afskop. Nou sit Fani. Hy's prominent vir Strand. Die manne wat die bal soek word ingetrap, afgetrap. Deur een van die plaasvervangers is die bal beskikbaar vir Nicholas. Kyk hulle of op hierdie oomblik hulle die bal kan lig gee en die bal die praatwerk laat doen, maar is 'n hanteringsfout. En 'n skramgeleentheid vir Strand en kom ons kyk wat maak hulle met hierdie skram voordeel wat hulle nou het. Bietjie balbesit, dis Brackenfell wat al jare met die bal besit en elke keer punte aangeteken het wanneer hulle in die 22 van Strand gekom het. So kom ons kyk wat maak Steenkamp en Nicholas. Waarmee kom hulle voor 'n dag van met hierdie skram?
Just less than 2 minutes left here in this encounter between the local home school, the team with the home field advantage, Brackenfell against Strand. Last few moments of the game here. Strand with a great shove there. Picked up by Strand, has it gone forward? Looks like it's just come off a Strand hand there. So that's going to give Brackenfell the feed.
Brackenfell wat nou kan ryk. So oorwinning wat in sig is, ongelukkig die ongedwonge hanteerfout van Strand wat hulle in die steek laat. Hulle het die bal besit gehad, daar was 'n geleentheid vir hulle om oor die voordeellyn te kom, maar ongelukkig net 'n hanteringfout wat ingekruip het en dan die bal besit teruggehandig het na Brackenfell toe.
So about the last minute left here. We're going to reset for that ball. That's going to buy Brackenfell even more time. I'm sure they'll look to just get this ball out, manage it, kick it out, and claim the win for the day. They've done really, really well here. Strand have contested exceptionally well certain parts of the game, but Brackenfell proving just too strong at set piece. And with their strong runners, they've done really well. Ball in here, they managed to keep it. Stepping inside now. Scrum half, Kitching. Got a strong carry that's well contested by Strand. And it's turnover, so Strand will have one more roll of the dice here. Virgil, what player are you going with here from the scrum for Strand?
Hopelijk kan hulle goeie regterskouer inkry en dan optel aan die basis van die scrum en dan 'n gevaarlike agterlyn van hulle wegstuur. So hopelijk kan hulle dit reg doen. Maar kom ons kyk of die verdediging van Brackenfell 'n stokkie voor hulle planne gaan steek.
Strand have been rather dominant in their scrums. And here you see massive scrum there, ball out for Strand. Here's an opportunity, carrying forward, dummy switch, and he's dropped it. A crucial knock on there, through the line. And that's how the match will go down. Such an unfortunate knock on. But I'm sure his teammates will pick him up and shake it off. He'll have many more games and many more opportunities. Brackenfell coming out on top here. It's been a pleasure having you with us for this under-16 encounter. Thanks from Virgil and I. Don't go anywhere, we've got another great fixture coming up for you soon. And we'll be back shortly.
Baie welkom by die laaste wedstryd van hierdie rugby naweek hier by Brackenfell Hoërskool in die noordelike voorstede. En dis die manne van Strand se onder 19 B-span wat die stryd gaan aansê teen Brackenfell se onder 19 span. En ons kyk uit, ons sien uit na interessante skole rugby. Saam met my in die kommentaar het ek vir Morgan Newman. Morgan, goeie rugby sover gesien?
Good afternoon, Virgil. Yeah, great to be here, man. Thanks for that I can join you in the commentary box. Yeah, it's been fantastic rugby. The wind hasn't necessarily allowed for the ball to be given as much air as most would have liked, but nonetheless, there's been some serious skills on display throughout the afternoon. I mean, there's been some youngsters with fantastic talent across the board, you know, from kicking ability to passing ability to ball handling to scrummaging. So, great rugby all around, and I think we're in for another treat here this afternoon.
Yes, vroeër 'n melding gemaak daarvan dit lyk of die strandmanne die wind saam met hulle gebring het.
Ja.
So sê dingetjie wat hulle het, die wind word gemaak in Gordons Bay, getoets in die strand en dan uitgevoer na die res van die land. Daar sien ons die manne het 'n oomblik van stilte in die middelveld. Maar hoe goed is dit dat skole rugby terug is, Morgan?
Yeah, can you believe it? It's been, what's it, almost 2 years since we last saw schoolboy rugby, and I mean, that has just been the saddest part for so many youngsters. Standard 9, matric over the last 2 years, they haven't had a chance to play rugby, so I hope these youngsters don't take this opportunity for granted and really just give it their heart and soul.
Vriendskaplike wedstryd tussen hierdie twee spanne, dis fees rugby. Goeie geleentheid vir die afrigters van beide spanne om te sien waar hulle spelers is, hoe goed hulle gekondisioneerd is en of hierdie spelers 'n klem gaan afsteek vir hulle posisie. Dis Strand wat hierdie wedstryd gaan begin. Leighton Fisher. En hy begaan 'n fout van die begin van die wedstryd af, was dit Brackenfell wat die bal beheer deur Keegan Boyson. Kom hy uit aan die voorspelers, word aangedryf deur die manne van Brackenfell. Balretensie sover wat goed is. Lyk dit of die bal verlore gegaan het, maar opgetel. Skeieregter sê dit kan probleme wees as Brackenfell wat doelgerig hardloop kom oor die voordeellyn. Met die bal wat hulle het, is dit die loskakende Chapo wat aansluiting vind en dit kry. By een van sy voorspelers, Pretoria is baie besig in die eerste 40 sekondes, maar die voordeel en die strafskop aan Brackenfell Strand ontkant.
Yeah, Brackenfell showing nice and early on their intentions, holding onto the ball as much as they can and putting the ball through the phases, nice transitions between backs and forwards, so good start for the boy from the home side.
Ja, baie goeie begin deur Brackenfell. Pretorius baie goeie interaksie het saam met sy voorspelers. Jy kan sien die manne is ingeoefen, elkeen verstaan wat sy rol is. Plaas groot druk op die verdediging van Strand, maar nietemin terug, eerste lyn staan van die wedstryd. Interessant wees om te sien hoe Groenewald hierdie uitdaging gaan hanteer van die wind. Gesien die vorige spanne het gesukkel as het gekom het by lyn staan. Tyd word daar voorgegooi en gespring en mooi gehanteer. Brackenfell met die gevaarlike dryfmaal beweging en hulle wen meters. Gaan die losgemaal uiteindelik grol toe. Uitdaag om die bal te kry, word hy opgetel aan die hoekie. Bal besit aan die kant van Brackenfell word hy gedryf. Kan sien die diskantse toeskouers juig, maar die skeieregter wat sê dis 'n skram vir Brackenfell. Jy kan sien Brackenfell wat baie goed doen. Die rolmaalbeweging van die lyn staan af, hulle is prominent, oefen groot druk uit op die verdediging van die manne van Strand. En die eerste skram van die wedstryd. Hulle het goed gedoen in die lyn staan. Kom ons kyk wat kry hulle uitgerig by hierdie skram, Morgan.
Yeah, big scrum there. I mean, a great platform from which to work.
En as Pretoria wat in besit betrap word deur die verdediging van Strand. Ter plaas word gepla by daardie loskram en dan is dit 'n strafskop vir Strand. Die manne in groen, maroon en wit. En is Jaden te Blans wat bietjie kan asemhaal en kyk of hy spel kan verplaas uit hulle halfgebied uit. Sy suksesvol, uitstekende lynskop, uitmuntende lynskop deur die jong man en 'n Strand wat hulle eerste lyn staan van die wedstryd sal kan waarneem.
Yeah, Brackenfell will be disappointed to not leave that attack there without any points, but good defense from Strand and a massive kick to relieve some pressure.
Kom ons kyk wat maak Apollos. Lyn staan ingegooi, die wind wat dinge bietjie belemmer en ongelukkig die lyn staan besit wat afgestaan word. En kom ons kyk wat se opsie gaan Brackenfell kies. Baie belovende situasies vir Brackenfell, sien wanneer die voorspelers met die bal hardloop hulle doelgerig, val daar die verdedigingslinie van Strand aan en is Brackenfell wat met die lyn staan op sy gaan, word daar gespring, mooi gerank, bal wat onder moeilike omstandighede wel beheer word, is hy nou beskikbaar vir Brackenfell. Pretorius word aangedryf deur een van die voorspelers lyk soos Kennedy. Bal wat stadig uitkom, nou is dit 'n Chapo wat sy agterlyn onder groot druk plaas. Goeie verdediging deur Strand. Opskiet verdedig, nou is dit Msapo wat aftrap weer, klop die tweede verdediger. Nou sit hy aangee wat wel na hand toe gaan, maar onder groot druk. Sit Pretorius wat bykom, so kort aangee word die bal aangeslaan. En lyk dit of Strand hier kom en 'n teenaanval, maar die manne van Strand wat skuins hardloop, wat dit maklik maak vir Brackenfell om te verdedig en ongelukkig die hantering wat inkruip en die momentum net so bietjie stop wat Strand gehad het.
Nice little opportunity there for turnover ball for Strand to really put the ball through maybe 2 or 3 passes and get into the wide channels. Looked like a bit of an overlap there, but unfortunately, ball just not going to hand and decoy runners getting in the way of a potential plan.
Ja, Morgan, ek is baie beïndruk met die span van Brackenfell. Kan sien hierdie manne is baie goed afgerig, die spelers wanneer hulle aan die bal raak. Hardloop hulle vorentoe reguit, maar goeie skram deur Strand. 'n Skram wat uiteindelik in tye stort. Maar om terug te kom na die voorspelers van Brackenfell toe. Hierdie manne kontak maak hulle hard en direkte kontak, forceer die verdediging. Johan Groenewald, Keegan Boysen, Zirk van Romberg. Dis die voorry van Brackenfell. Hulle is te staan teen Matthew Apollos, Waiteville Union en Zane Fortuin van Strand. Vorige situasie het ons gesien die voorry wat in tye stort. Dit Pretorius wat voer, nou sit die druk wat deur kom, is dit 'n Chapo wat kom in 'n loopie. Rol hy, stel hy die bal beskikbaar, Pretorius wat vra en nou kry hy. Nou sit Boysen of liewer van Romberg wat indryf, hulle kry hom om die enkels beet. As dit die flanke wat betrokke raak en goeie verdediging, maar goeie kontak wat gemaak word deur Brackenfell, word hy opgetel by die basis van na die loskram. Uiteindelik grond toe gebring deur Strand, is dit Pretorius wat baljaar met die bal besit. Nou word hard ingedryf en hard kontak gemaak deur Brackenfell se voorspelers en strafskop sê die skeieregter. En die momentum aan die kant van Brackenfell, hulle doen baie goed in die eerste 6 minute.
Yeah, Brackenfell are doing well at holding on to the ball there. Nice strong ball carries, players coming around the corner, look like flank is coming around the corner. And then setting up the big guy again, so.
Pretorius wat een van die losvoorspelers in stuur, maar Strand wat onkant is, ongedisciplineerde speelwerk van hulle word dit van 'n gevat deur die agste man. Ongelukkige hantering wat so hulle bietjie in die steek laat, maar hulle kan hom herwin, is dit Pretorius van Sapo wat vlak staan. Hierdie man is 'n live wire, soos wat die Engelsman sê. as hy beskikbaar vir Pretoria is. Word daar vlak aangegee en gaan die spasie oop, kom hy verby 3 strand verdedigers. Is dit Brackenfell, maar ongelukkig die ondersteuning van hulle voete af. En hulle gee die bal terug vir Strand wat onder groot druk verkeer het. Strand wat ontsnap uit die tronk uit op daai moment en oomblik, Morgan.
Yeah, I must say. Very lucky there to not be conceding. And I think Brackenfell were kicking themselves because every time they get into the half of Strand, they would like to look at converting.
Ja, Brackenfell baie gevaarlik. Lyk en dit lyk soos 'n span wat wil skade aanrig. Kom oor die voordeellyn, hulle ondersteuning is uitstekend. Hulle doen die basiese vaardighede doen hulle goed. Kom ons kyk of Apollo sy springers kan vind in die vorm van Adams en Pistorius. Word hy geplaas by die lyn staan en afgeneem, word dat deurgedryf en gebars deur Brackenfell. Pretoria uit baljaar met balbesit en daar weer eens is dit Strand wat onkant was. Hulle ongedissiplineerdheid kan hulle dier te staan kom in hierdie wedstryd vinnig gespeel deur Brackenfell. Hy het hopeloos te veel tyd en ruimte. Is dit die man van Brackenfell word daar opgetel en plat getrek met so 'n skaap vangetjie. Is dit Brackenfell se voorspelers wat nou nader geroep word en vinnig gespeel. Is dit van Romburg wat sy naam genoem wil word, wil hê, kom hy, is dit die losspel, Brackenfell wat gevaarlik lyk, die aangee wat nie na hand toe kan gaan nie. En is dit een van die manne wat in besit betrap word, spat die bal los, is dit Pretoria wat reg maak, groot druk, verdediging, is dit in Sapo, wat sien daar spasie aan die diskant en die skoppie deursit, en word die bal gehanteer, deur die heel agter Oktober, en deurgeskop en opgevolg deur Oktober, met 2 Brackenfell se man op sy rug, kan hy die bal herwin. Wat hulle doen, maar hy kom stadig uit vir Terblanche, kry vir Fischer, en voorspelers wat te vlak staan, maak dit maklik vir die verdediging, vir Brackenfell. Terblanche, Fischer wat die skoppie deursit, maar dis Venter wat die bal mooi dophou en hy trap af, so 'n lustelose aftrappie, verdediging van Strand wat vir hom dophou, word daar weggebaars, maar die skeieregter sê nee, manne kom terug. As 'n fout wat begaan was, strafskop onkant, Brackenfell.
Yeah, helter-skelter there. Virgil back and forth, turnover after turnover. Eventually ending up inside the Brackenfell half, and with having seen this young man kick before, I think he's going to try and push Brackenfell deep into their own half and create an attacking opportunity for him and his side.
Ja, Brackenfell wat ongelukkig nie hulle gebiedsvoordeel en 'n bal besit wat hulle gehad het, kon hom opskep in punte nie. En die interessant om te sien die manier van hoe beide spanne die verskille wat hulle het en hoe hulle die wedstryd aanpak. Brackenfell hou daarvan om met hulle groot sterk voorspelers te speel. Strand hou daarvan dat die spel moet los is. En as Brackenfell nie versigtig gaan wees nie, gaan hulle val in hy stryk wat Strand vir hulle gaan stel. Maar goeie lynskop deur die losskakel of liewer die heel agter van Strand en hy verplaas spel net so buite die 22 van Brackenfell. Alreeds 11 minute verstreke in die wedstryd. Die helfte bestaan uit 25 minute. Kom ons kyk of Apollo sukses kan bereik in hierdie lyn staan. Wat hy doen, nou word daar die beweging grond toe getrek. Skeieregter sê onwettig, is dit Terblanche wat vir Fischer kry, wat so 'n pyp kan beweeg. Gee hom al mooi dop. En die strafskop voordeel aan Strand word daar vinnig gespeel. Manne van Strand wat die spel wil losmaak, word hy geplaas by daardie loskram. Kom hy tog uit na Fischer toe, word hy aangesny deur die binnesenter, Sabamba. Hy word grond toe getrek. Is dit Fischer, liewer Terblanche, nou is dit die grondskoppie deurgejaag deur die regtervleuel. Liewer David. Maar was dit die regte opsie, Morgan?
I'm never a fan of putting the ball in the boot inside the 20 in an attacking opportunity, but I think he must have known that they had an advantage and obviously just creating 50-50 opportunities when the advantage is in your favor is not necessarily a bad thing. So well done to Strand here, but be interesting to see what they decide to do. First time in the 22 of Brackenfell, and they decided to take the 3 points. It might just work in their favor.
Ja, ter balans wat die opsie verkies om pale toe te skop, om hulle neus voor te kry. Hulle geniet bietjie bal besit. En alhoewel hulle nie so klinies is hier, kom hulle oor die voordeellyn. Skakelpaar tussen Leighton Fisher en Sabamba, die binnesenter. Goeie aansluiting by hom gevind. Hulle op 'n stadium baie gevaarlik gelyk, maar kom ons kyk wat maak ter balans met hierdie strafskop. Die bal goed getref. Ja, die vlaas omhoog. En 'n Strand wat voorloop, Hoërskool Strand met daardie 3 punte teenoor die 0 van Brackenfell. Interessant wees om te sien hoe Brackenfell hierdie wedstryd gaan benader of die res van hierdie wedstryd. Chwengan Sapo uitgevaarlik gelyk vir die oomblikke wat hy aan die bal geraak het. Hy hervat spel, so grondskoppie word dit opgetel deur een van die losvoorspelers van Strand, al hard kontak gemaak. Ter balans vind vir Fisher, verander van rigting, en hy gee so 'n fop aangee, en hy toets die verdediging nog steeds. Fisher, hy doen baie goed, kom hier ondersteuning by. Opgetel, besluit om te hardloop, is dit die voorspelers wat nader geroep word die bal geonderskep, en as een van die losvoorspelers het hy die spoed, ja! Brackenfell wat terugslaan met 'n onderskep 3. Uitstekend gedoen, het lyk soos die binnesenter Randy Kabamba, of liewer die nommer 8, Vuam Sihle. Hy het baie goeie visie gehad, en uitstekende 3 deur Sihile, en is Brackenfell wat op die telbord is.
There we see a replay. Virgil just coming around the corner was Strand, trying to exploit up on the left-hand side of the field, but so well read. He stayed between man and ball until the last minute, put his hand out, and then he still had enough wheels to make it all the way to the try line. Fantastic try there by Sihile.
Ja, Sihile het die spoed, skies Morgan. Daar die doelskop was het onsuccesvol.
I don't know why he was drop kicking, but nonetheless, we'll have to wait and see whether that was over or not.
Ja, terug te kom by Sihile, hy het die spoed gehad en die stamina gehad om oor daar die doellyn te kry. En Brackenfell op die telbord met 5 punte, doelskop onsuccesvol. Oktober wat spel gaan hervat. Skop hy diep af. In die keelgat van Brackenfell, mooi gehanteer van die afskop af, kom hy met 'n teenaanval en die een omgee, hand aangee. As dit die heel agter Heinrich Smith wat insny. Brackenfell wat baie goed doen om hulle bal te beskerm, is dit Sapo wat spasies in die 3 druk is, Sihile wat ondersteuning vind, maar goeie verdediging deur Strand. Weer beskikbaar. Is dit die groot voorspeler van Romburg. Hy wil gekeer wees. Kos 2 Strandmanne om vir hom plat te trek. Is dit in Sapo onder groot druk. Word hy in besit betrap, maar hy wikkel hom los. En Sapo, hy's 'n doring in die vlees, word daar weggebars deur Brackenfell. Het hy die stamina? Hy word plat getrek met 5 meter van die doellyn af opgetel. Is dit Brackenfell wat bloedryk opgetel daar by die basis van die loskramme. Die momentum, die bal besit aan die kant van Brackenfell afgetrap na binne toe. En verspot maklik druk hulle tweede 3. Nou sit Brackenfell met hulle steed in die lug. Het lyk so Skeiden Skeffers wat uitstekende 3 afrond vir Brackenfell.
Yeah, it must be said, that is a really good try. Carried the ball through a number of different phases and then up the middle of the field, started to exploit some space. Good cover defense from one of the wingers of the Strand side, but eventually just too many numbers on their feet. Here we see the replay. Nice hands up the right-hand side of the field. Steps off the right foot, and nobody's going to stop this man so close to the white line.
Ja, 'n goeie doelskop. Hy skepskop hom sommer oor. Dis nou 'n Sapo, hy skop teen die wind. En die momentum aan die kant van die tuisspan. 2-3 in hulle bankrekening. En daai beweging was begin. Ek dink dit was Nicolas van Wyk wat 'n bres geslaan het. Kruisverdediging wat hom plat getrek het. En afgerond deur die 3-drukker. Caden Skeffers. Sy naam my ontgaan daar vir 'n moment. Spel wat hervat word deur Oktober. Die bal mooi laat hang. Opgetel deur Sehile. En nou maak hy oorlas van homself. Was dit Romber? Vra van die verdediging van Strand. En nou is dit Brackenfell wat met doelgerigtheid hardloop. Hulle kom verby die verdediging van Strand sonder moeite. As dit die voorspelers wat met spoed indryf. Vra hulle vrae, kan die vrae nie beantwoord word nie. Brackenfell wat meters vorder. En oefen groot druk uit op die verdediging. Maar goeie werk gedoen deur Strand se verdediging. En bewerkstellig omkeer besit daar Morgan.
Yeah, unfortunately, just turning over the ball at the wrong time. They're building up some nice momentum there to get the ball into the wide channels potentially. The wingers look hungry for ball, but unfortunately just turning over the ball and resulting in a strand making their way back up the field inside the 10-meter line of the Brackenfell half.
Ja, Brackenfell wat groot vrae vir die verdediging van Strand. En daar stye wat die aanvallers van Brackenfell te maklik oor die verdediging kom. Kom ons kyk wat maak Strand. Kan hulle hierdie lyn staan besit bemeester? Apollos. Goed gespring in die lyn staan deur Adams. Kan hulle die bal beheer? Wat hulle ook dan nou goed doen. Opgetel aan die basis van daardie loskram lyk dit vir my is Vian Harris. En die kantlyn wat wen ongelukkig. Goeie verdediging deur Keegan Boyson wat die verdediging van of die aanvaller van Strand net uitduik by die kantlyn. En 'n Brackenfell wat hierdie eerste helfte oorheers. En ons kan dit sien aan die telbord ook. Brackenfell wat besit kry, nou is dit die binnesenter Kabamba wat indryf. Hierdie man is lus vir hardloop en hy kan aftrap ook, hy is nie net krag nie. En Pretoria is onder groot druk, word in besit betrap, maar kry hy tog die bal weg. Die 3-drukker, Sehile, kry die bal weg na Nicolas van Wyk. Baie goeie laagvat, maar die skeieregter sê onwettig. Pretoria wou jy aanvanklik klein kindjie toe hardloop. Nou is dit in Sapo. Skeieregter wat sê die verdediging moet die aanvaller versigtig neersit. En daar het ons gesien wat hy nie gedoen het nie in 'n strafskop. En dis in Sapo wat die doellyn opsoek. En plaas vir Brackenfell in 'n gegilde geleentheid om weer punte aan te teken Morgan.
Yeah, another great opportunity here. I mean, Brackenfell playing some really good rugby up the right-hand side of the field there. And another nice attacking opportunity. I suspect they might just go to the driving maul, which has worked for them already. And in these conditions, throw a nice 2-ball. Just make sure you secure the line out and potentially put up a nice strong drive.
Die wind wat van homself laat hoor. Kom ons kyk wat maak Groenewald. Akkuraatheid nou nodig, goed gespring in die lyn staan deur Corradi. So die groot voorspelers wat grond toe gebring word van Brackenfell. Word aangesny deur Van Wyk. Hierdie man is 'n toring aan die vlees van Strand. En die 3 wat uiteindelik toegeken word. Lyk yes Van Wyk, Nicolas Van Wyk. En hy praat daar saam met Strand. En hy druk Brackenfell se derde 3. Ja, kyk weer sien ons ingesny So vlak aangee van Pretorius na Van Wyk toe. Hy trap af na binne toe en as die spoed wat hom oorbring. En Brackenfell wat dit verspot maklik laat lyk. En Sapo weer met die skepskop poging onsuksesvol. Telling 17 vir die tuisspan, 3 punte vir Strand. En Strand wat die spreekwoordelike sokkie sal moet optrek om terug in hierdie wedstryd te kom, Morgan.
Yeah, without a doubt, I think they're going to have to, pick up the intensity a little bit defensively. They need to make more leg tackles. Brackenfell just getting too much momentum amongst that loose trio of theirs that has been so effective in this first half.
Ja, los voor spelers van Brackenfell wat baljaar. Natuurlijk geniet hulle balbesit. En wat ons moet dit noem, wat dit belangrik maak is dat hulle kom oor die voordeellyn elke keer wat hulle die bal hanteer. En hulle som hulle opsies baie goed op. Spel wat hervat word. Word daar niemandsland geskop. Brackenfell wat die bal toelaat om te spring. Ongelukkig vir hulle afrigter sal nie tevrede wees met dit nie. En gewoonlik is dit die spelers wat hulle self moet nomineer en die kommunikasie wat net afwesig was daar, Morgan.
Yeah, breaking in communication. The wind is blowing heaps, so you might not be able to hear your teammate. But you got to put a name on it nice and early and commit to catching that ball. Especially from the kickoff after you've just scored tries. It's generally the time you can concede quite easily.
Word die bal nie bemeester in die lyn staan nie. Gee bal besit terug vir Strand. Sit Fischer so vlak aangee. Maar goeie verdediging. Deur Brackenfell is dit Fischer en sit hy die skoppie deur. In spasie word hy gejaag en reggemaak deur Venter. En die skeieregter sê die bal oorgedra. 5 meter skram vir Strand. Daar sien ons hoe Brackenfell dit moeilik maak by die afbreekpunte vir die Strand. En Brackenfell baie goed in 'n vaste fasette. Kom ons kyk of die manne van die Strand hierdie druk kan absorbeer wat die groot voorspelers van Brackenfell na hulle kant toe gaan bring. Keegan Boysen, Johan Groenewald en Zirk van Romburg. As dit die druk wat deurkom, die skrimkrag van Brackenfell. Ja, skeieregter sê skram te veel gedraai. Maar Brackenfell wat baie goed doen in die vaste fasette, Morgan.
Yeah, Brackenfell are doing extremely well. This is a big scrum, Strand looking to put some points on just before halftime, and Brackenfell looking to defend what is a fairly comfortable 17-3 lead as we go into halftime. So, big scrum here and big foundation from which Strand can possibly work.
Word hy druk weer uitgehou van Fischer van rigting. Nou val hulle die spasie aan, maar goeie duikslag uitgeoefen. Brackenfell baie goed gedoen. Omkeer besit onder groot druk. En ongelukkig vir Strand is die ondersteuning wat net te stadig bykom by die loskram en hulle verloor balbesit. En Sapo wat die nodig is doen. En die skeieregter sê daar's nog tyd vir 'n lyn staan.
He has to play the line out from a penalty like that. He should have tapped it before and then kicked it out, and he would have not needed to play the line out. So just a little bit of close attention to the rules could maybe have helped Brackenfell in this situation.
Ja, die tegniese aspekte wat aandag aangegee moet word. Maar Brackenfell wat die ingooi vir hierdie lyn staan het. Groenewald gooi in die middel. En as Pretorius wat sê kom manne. Kom ons kry einde aan hierdie eerste helfte. Brackenfell wat goed doen voorloop in die eerste helfte. 17 punte teenoor 3 moet nêrens heen gaan nie. Ons kom nou weer terug in die tweede helfte in hierdie titaniese stryd.
When history has favored you want it to repeat itself.
South Africa just need 10 wickets.
But others may want to rewrite history. In 2 test matches, and 3 ODIs.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Bangladesh seeks to rewrite history and finally get their first ever win on South African soil, whilst the Proteas want to keep the status quo.
Oh, Gahita Rabana, absolutely brilliant.
Don't miss Bangladesh's tour to South Africa. All matches live and in HD on SuperSport on DSTV. This broadcast is proudly delivered to you by Ram Hand-to-Hand Couriers and Sikona Money Transfers. Moving money, changing lives.
It's not just our strength, passion, or pride that pushes us to win. It's a voice that we hear inside that echoes your voice when you join together in song and celebration.
You are more than just rugby fans. You are the fans that rock. And this is Rugby That Rocks. The 2022 Varsity Rugby season, live on SuperSport. Proudly sponsored by FNB and Steers.
The enigmatic, charismatic superstar of athletics.
I got the fire in my belly. I got the fire in my soul. I can smell fear, now I'm ready. Ready to win and control. If you think you wanna come find me, because I'm ready to go.
South African take top spot.
I'm going down fighting. I'm going down flying.
Who's going to get away? A century of history and 43.03. I can't believe it. He has obliterated Simbine into a slight headwind.
Welkom terug hier by Hoërskool Brackenfell. Twee spanne wat mekaar die stryd aan sê, dit is Strand se onder 19 B-span teen Brackenfell die tuisspan. En Brackenfell wat uitstekend gelyk het in haar eerste helfte, 3-3 gedruk deur Nicholas van Wyk, Chris Skeffers en Sihile. Baie goed gedoen. En dis die manne van Strand wat hulle sokkies sal moet optrek as hulle enigstens 'n sê wil hê in hierdie wedstryd morgen.
Yeah, without a doubt, Strand are going to have to lift their game in the second half. I mean, Brackenfell under 19B's full value for their 17-3 lead. I thought they played really, really well in that first half. You know, transitioned well between backs and forwards. Carried ball nice and strongly. Their forwards really laid down the foundation for a good back performance. But no doubt that Strand will be looking to bounce back, score nice and early on, take the score to potentially 17-10 if they score with a conversion. And then we're in for an exciting second half.
Ja, Brackenfell wat die basiese dinge goed gedoen het. Balbesit wat hulle gehad het, het hulle goed aangewend. En soos jy genoem die interaksie tussen die voorspelers en die agterspelers uitstekend gedoen vir al die losvoorspelers van Brackenfell wat sout in die wonde was van die Strand en die Strand se losvoorspelers wat hulle stempel sal moet afdruk. Wag ons vir die loskakel en Sapo, Gwenga en Sapo. Voor die wedstrijd begin, gaan hy die 10 meter trek, nee. En ongelukkig fout wat begaan was van die afskop af. Strand wat vra vir die skram, hulle was onder groot druk geplaas in vorige skram situasies. Kom ons kyk wat maak hulle met hierdie skram wat in die middel van die veld gaan plaasvind.
Wind seems to be swirling. I'm not too sure who's playing with the wind at their backs in the second half. But a great attacking opportunity here for Strand. Nice and early on. Can attack up the blind side or the open side. It seems they've lined up 3-3.
Ja, interessant opgestel. Maar nou is dit die groot krag van Brackenfell wat deurkom. Sien dat daar spasie aan die diskan ongelukkig die aangee wat vorentoe was en hierdie wind wat 'n groot uitdaging bied vir beide spanne. Maar Brackenfell wat baie goed doen in die skram, Strand wat hy druk nie kan absorbeer nie. En 'n goeie vaskop vir Brackenfell. En ongelukkig hy laaste aangee wat vorentoe aangegee was. Indien dit reguit was 'n groot probleme vir Strand vroeg in die tweede helfte. Apollos word hy geplaas, het nou Adams in die lyn staan, word daar weggepars deur Brackenfell. Sy losvoorspelers, Pretorius, hy het baie goed gedoen. So 'n klein aftrappie, nou sit Van Wyk. Nicholas Van Wyk die 3-drukker. Hy doen baie goed. Brackenfell wat hulle stempel afdruk, maar die bal omgekeer Visser. So 'n woer skoppie. Is dit die heel agter. Enrich Smit wat in besit betrap word. Kry hulle tog die bal uit na daardie groot voorspeler van Zomberg. Goed gedoen deur Strand. Begin hulle met meer intensiteit te speel. Brackenfell, Kapamba. Hy's lus vir hardloop. So'n Sapo wat redelik vlak staan. En die balverspreiding van Brackenfell baie goed, ongelukkig. Is dit Van Wyk wat die bal verloor in die kontak. Maar Brackenfell wat baie lus lyk om rugby te speel hier op hulle tuisveld.
Yeah, crucial error there again. Brackenfell on attack. Nicely poised to try and convert, and unfortunately just a handling error coming. But these handling errors are going to happen in these conditions, Virgil.
Morgan, wat sal jy sê, hoe moet Strand die scrum situasie hanteer wanneer dit kom by scrum tyd?
I think it's very difficult. You know, this Brackenfell side is nice, big and strong, and got a very big pack to push with. So I think channel one ball as quick as in and out as quickly as possible. You know, try and beat them on the hit as the ball goes in. Channel one doesn't even need to go to the middle of the scrum, literally down the first channel of the scrum, and get it in and out as quickly as possible is probably the order of the day. But it must be said that Brackenfell side, as the ball goes in, those legs start working.
Ja, hulle is 'n kopseer vir Strand as dit kom by scrum tyd. Kom ons kyk na die intelligensie van die spelers. Kyk of hulle sal kan aanpas. Is Brackenfell wat vroegtydig druk. Strand wat die antwoorde het vir die vraag van Brackenfell nie.
I think that front row also just needs to get slightly lower. Needs to look like an aeroplane taking off when they're about to engage in that scrum. It just looks like they're rounded back already, which is to their detriment in terms of wanting to get the most power and leverage out of their legs. But then again, what do I know about scrumming?
En dan natuurlik ook die selfvertroue. Brackenfell wat met groot selfvertroue speel. Viljoen, Fortuin, Apollos. Hulle word onder groot druk geplaas. Die plaasvervanger skrim skakel op die veld vir Strand en hy tas na die bal in besit betrap. Maak dinge baie moeilik. Maar tog die bal aan die kant van Strand en hy kom stadig uit. Ja, strafskop vir Strand van die voete af. Groot druk. Kom Strand met 'n teenaanval uit hulle kwartgebied uit. Hard kontak gemaak. En is die bal omgedraai. Ja, onwettig gedoen, sê die skeieregter van jou voete af. En weer eens is dit Strand wat die spel wil vinnig maak. Die tempo net so 'n bietjie lig. En hulle is besig met 'n gevaarlike speletjie in hulle eie 22. Nietemin, hulle kan wegkom. En dis Oktober wat die kantlyn opsoek. En 'n suksesvolle lynskop. Op die kyk weer sien ons Strand wat uit hulle 22 besluit om te hardloop, word 'n hard kontak gemaak tussen daardie twee spelers. En Strand wat die ingooi kan waarneem na die lyn staan. By gesê Brackenfell wat die vaste fasette beheer. Hulle is Tommy Nant daar in die lyn staan en in die scrums. Pla die lyn staan besit van Strand wat hy afgeneem. Ongelukkige hantering. En net daar die klein dingetjies wat dit moeilik maak vir Strand wat die regte waar vloei in die wedstryd kon kry in die tweede helfte in die Morgan.
Yeah, conditions are getting tougher and tougher. The wind is picking up, it feels like. And both teams are struggling to find their groove in the second half, you know. Struggling to find momentum, silly errors creeping into the game. So a bit of a lull, but we'll have to pick things up.
Ja, die ritme wat so bietjie verlore gegaan het. Maar nietemin Strand wat onder groot druk speel, Brackenfell wat baie goed doen. Baie beïndruk met hoe hulle opsies opsom en spel dikteer word daar vinnig gespeel deur die agste man, maar die skeieregter wat hom terugroep meneer. Op verkeerde plek daai strafskopbaan geneem is dit Pretorius. Vind hy aansluiting deur hierdie gevaarlike agste man, besluit hy om die voet op die pedaal te sit. Nou is dit die laaste verdediger. Kry hom om die enkels beet, trek hom grond toe. Uitstekend gedoen deur WMC Hile. Is dit Brackenfell en word daar oorgeduik deur Timothy Venter. Hierdie man is gevaarlik. Brackenfell. Timothy Venter wat hulle 4-3 afrond, maar dit was begin deur die agste man WMC Hile. En kom deur die verdediging van Strand. Hierdie man op volle vaart. Verdediging het probeer om hom plat te trek. Maar die skade was klaar gedoen. En die doelskop onsuksesvol. Telling wat opskuif na 22 daar op die kyk weer sien het. Dis Hile wat sien. En sy opsies opsom en hy val die spasie aan. Die laaste vesting wat hom om die enkels beet kry. Maar die skade was toe al reeds gedoen. En hulle stuur vir Timothy Venter weg. Haar aan die oorkant. En hy druk Brackenfell se 4-3. Strand onder groot druk. En dis Brackenfell wat klinies is wanneer hulle bal besit het. Voorspelers wat direk hardloop, wat die verdedigingslinie van Strand toets. En is 'n ongelukkig Strand wat na die partytjie toe moet kom. Wedstryd wat begin word deur Fischer. Word die bal laat spring, opgetel en reggemaak deur Brackenfell. Nou kan jy sien hierdie manne speel met 'n wip en hulle stappies dit Pretorius. Uitgebaljaar met die bal besit en kom hulle oor die voordeellyn na eerste laagvatte van Strand wat nie seker is nie. En is dit die voorspelers wat in spel kom. Pretorius, Sapo, onder druk, hantering fout, een van die min foute van Brackenfell. Ongelukkig is dit Kabamba wat daar die bal aanslaan. Maar Morgan, wat kan ons sê van die voorspelers van Brackenfell?
Yeah, no less, Virgil. They're definitely looking like now they're into the game, I think. You know, the second half started slowly, but without a doubt, picked up after Sihile instead of set that sparkle light. And nice strong ball carries us back in order of the day, getting momentum for their backs and setting a nice platform from which their backs can operate.
Belangrik dat Strand hulle man sal moet staan in hierdie skram. Ons kyk of die plaasvervanger 'n verskil bring, maar word die druk kan nie geabsorbeer word nie. Is dit Kabamba wat die bal lig gee. Nou sien dit daar spasie, dis Skeffers wat grond toe gebring word, opgetel deur Kabamba en hy sommer deur die loskram, oor die loskram, plaas hy die bal vir Pretorius. En so vlak vorentoe aangee, lyk dit vir my, maar die skeieregter het nie gesien nie. As hy beskikbaar en Sapo, hy speel baie naby die loskrams. Is dit een van die losvoorspelers wat nou daar indryf. En die bal wat so bietjie stadig uitkom. Brackenfell wat balbesit geniet word al losgebars. Ondersteuning, Kabamba wat goed gedoen het om daai bal vas te hou. En ongelukkig word daar geoortree deur Brackenfell, goed gedoen. Strand omkeer besit en hierdie manne kan asemhaal, Morgan.
Yeah, good defense there eventually. I mean, and that's you know, with momentum. There we see it. Quick tap and a nice little sidestep on the right-hand foot, and then getting through a small little hole, looking for support. Eventually does make the pass.
Ja, de Strand wat aanval op aanval moes afweer. En nou weer eens by die regsdirekse spel sien ons een van die Brackenfell spelers passeer, lyk soos die agste man se hiel hè. Maar die spelers, die span van Strand wat net nie aan die gang kan kom nie. En hulle sal definitief 'n haas uit die hoed uit moet pluk om bietjie voordeel te kry in die wedstryd. Sukkel met die bal besit, sukkel om die bal te beheer en dan in prent sien ons is dit Apollos wat saam met sy afrigter beraadslag oor wat hulle kan doen. Ons hoop dat die besering op sy hiele nie te ernstig is nie. Maar goeie rugby gesien deur Brackenfell, hulle wat die spel na Strand toe neem. En 'n groot vraag vir die verdediging van Strand. Strand wat hy vrae nie kan beantwoord nie. En spesifiek by die vaste fasette in die lyn staan, wanneer hulle bal besit is, maak Brackenfell dit baie moeilik vir hulle, neem die balle af, of verlaag die kwaliteit van die balbesit en in skramtyd, is dit die druk wat die voorry uitoefen op Strand net te veel, en kan hulle nie die druk hanteer nie. Daar sien ons 'n loopie deur Strand, en dis waar die besering gebeur het. Dit lyk tog of dit die center Randy Kabamba is wat seer gekry het. En ons hoop dat die man alright is. Is altyd 'n bron van kommer as jy sien jou speler is beseer, Morgan.
Yeah, never nice to see a player down injured. He's also had a fantastic first half and much of the second half as well. But some concern on the spectators' on some of the spectators' faces.
Wat sal jy sê, wat is die fasette wat Strand en sal moet verbeter indien hulle impak in hierdie wedstryd kan maak?
Yeah, you know, it's the old story. I mean, up front they've got to step up. You know, they've got to stop the momentum, I think, of Brackenfell. I think that's where they, you know, when that wheel starts to turn or gains motion, it's very hard to defend. And I think making leg tackles and putting numbers on their feet, making sure there's a wall that Brackenfell players are always running at, is probably where I would start in terms of trying to stop this Brackenfell machine from gaining too much momentum.
Ja, ek moet saam met jou saamstem. Hulle maak dit baie maklik vir die baldraers om oor die voordeellyn te kom. So eerste ding wat hulle moet uitsorteer is die laagvatte. Seker maak hulle maak die wanneer Brackenfell kom met hulle baldraers dat 'n doodvat uitgeoefen moet word. Dis die eerste ding wat hulle sal moet doen, en dan natuurlik hulle hantering. Wanneer hulle 'n bietjie bal besit het, seker te maak dat die spelers wat hulle instuur direk hardloop oor die voordeellyn kom. Selfde vrae wat Brackenfell vir hulle verdediging vra. En dan so hulle stempel kan afdruk in hierdie wedstryd. Die koue windjie wat nou sny op die veld. Van die toeskouers wat nou hulle baadjies nader getrek het. Temperatuur bietjie geval hier in Brackenfell. En dit is hierdie jaarlikse rugby naweek van Brackenfell, verskeie skole wat deelneem. En daar sien ons vir Randy Kabamba. Ongelukkig nie goeie dit wat ons wil sien nie. En ons hoop dat dit maar net alles voorsorgmaatreëls is, dat Kabamba nie ernstig beseer is nie. En terug by die regstreekse spel. Strand in hulle 22. Sal hulle man moet staan in hierdie skram situasie. Sien ons die plaasvervanger Zandre Small is op die veld vir Brackenfell. Nog 'n groot speler, nog 'n man wat gaan vra vir die verdediging van Strand. En nou is daar Van de rigting verander deur Fischer. Kan die bal nie beheer nie, maar die skeieregter sê aangeslaan, ongelukkig. Miscommunicasie tussen hom en Ter Blaans daar so Morgan.
Yeah, just the breaking communication there, unfortunately, leading to that knock-on. Dangerous place on the field to have a knock-on. I think Strand got to really just go back to basics, try and get to play in the right areas on the field, put ball to boot, don't be scared of it, and then defend in your numbers, make good, strong leg tackles, and get back into this game.
Ja, nou word daar nie gecompeteer by die scrummie. Opgetel aan die basis is dit Sihile. Hierdie man is 'n groot probleem vir Strand. En is Sihile wat sy tweede 3 af druk vir die manne van Brackenfell. Hy tel die bal op by die basis van die scrum en hy ken net een pad vorentoe en hy rond sy tweede 3 af uitstekend gedoen, Morgan.
Yeah, it shows how classy that Strand area is coming around. You know, they were in possession to make sure they clear their lines, but unfortunately this scrum, see him pick up, he's been so effective from the base of that scrum. He picks up, he's got feet from both sides, he's a strong ball carrier, fends off the one and then reaches for the white line. Fantastic 5-pointer for Sihile, his second one of the afternoon.
En die toeskop suksesvol deur Pretorius. En dit is wat ons genoem het, Morgan, dat Strand sal meer sekuur moet wees, sal hulle duikslaas suksesvol moet uitoefen en dit was een van hulle probleme. Dit is baie werk vir die afrigters van hierdie span. Teruggaan na die oefenveld, toe seker maak, hulle kry hulle, soos wat hulle sê in Engels, hulle tackle tegniek kry hulle reg. Want hulle maak dit te maklik vir die groot losvoorspelers van Brackenfell om hulle verdedigingslinie te breek. Spel begin deur Fischer, mooi goed gedoen deur Van Romburg wat die bal hanteer van die afskop af. Bal wat letterlik in sy keel afgeskop was. En hier kom Brackenfell, is dit die sterk speler Smal wat op die veld is, kry die bal weg. 2 hande op die bal, reggemaak deur Venter, een van die 3 drukkers, is dit Brackenfell. Sterk in die lug, momentum, die wip nou aan hulle kant. As dit die druk, en dan word daar weggepas, en die bal op die voet gesit en gejaag. Maar Brackenfell wat goed doen, toe nou nie so goed gedoen nie, aangeslaan terwyl hy die bal probeer beheer het. En Strand wat vir die eerste keer in 'n lang tyd in die halfgebied van Brackenfell kom. En kom ons kyk wat hulle kan doen met hierdie scrum besit. Natuurlik trek hulle voordeel uit, Morgan. Mag nou nie gecompeteer word in die scrums nie. So kom ons kyk wat hulle kan doen, wat se aanvalsbeweging hulle van hierdie vaste faset af gaan teweeg bring.
Must be said in the old days, Virgil, if the scrum was going that back that quickly, then 2 props would get injured very quickly. But is playing in Strand's favor, uncontested scrums, nice little base from them to which to work.
Vlak aangee, ingedryf en gehardloop deur die binnesenter van Strand. Sambamba, kom hy uit by die agterlyn, is dit Fischer wat die verdediging ontduik en is nog steeds Fischer. Min hardloopkans gekry en dit lyk belovend vir Strand. Kan hulle net die besit behou en kan hulle oor die voordeellyn kom. Ongelukkig die hanteringsfoute. Hulle eie vyand vandag is dit Strand, hulle hantering wat hulle in die steek laat. En daar sien ons weer vir Fischer uit 'n giftige aftrap hierdie mannetjie. En ongelukkig is dit Strand se hantering wat vir hulle in die steek laat. Terug by die regstreekse spel. 'n Goeie lynskop deur Pretorius. En Strand wat daai voordeel van hulle net so weggooi as gevolg van hulle hanteringsfoute wat hulle het. 2 minute wat oor is in hierdie wedstryd. Dink Brackenfell sal tevrede wees met nog 'n 3 sal hy te versmaai wees hier. En die verdediging van Strand onder groot druk gesit in hierdie wedstryd. Baie goed gedoen. Sihile, hy is een van die uitstaande spelers vir Strand, vir Brackenfell, verskoon my. Is nou van die plaasvervangers wat op die veld is vir Brackenfell goed gespring. Kruil hom weg. Is dit Ntsapo, vlak aangeen as Mam, hy verloor die bal. En Strand wat aan besit is van aan die bal, maar hulle kan hom nie beskerm nie. Dan word die bal gespeel van die voet af, sê die skeieregter by hy loskram, vinnig gespeel, afgetrap. Is dit Strand wat ongelukkig 1-1 ingaan en die verdediging van Brackenfell wat vir hulle wag en eintlik maklik maak om te verdedig. Vinnig gespeel weer eens Brackenfell wat nie vinnig terugval nie. Strand wat daai voordeel probeer uitbuit. En is die derde agtereen volgende strafskop. En is 'n vroeë Kersgeskenkie wat uitgedeel word vir Zirk van Romburg. Wat kan Strand nou maak met hierdie voordeel wat hulle het? As 'n minuut speeltyd. Kom hulle met die tikskoppie. Pretoria so 'n fop aangee. Ontduik hy die eerste twee verdedigers. Dan word daar sterk ingeklim by die loskram, as hy beskikbaar vir Visser. En hard neergesit. Soos 'n sak aardappels. Kom hy uit, is dit Visser wat moet tas. Ingesny deur een van die voorspelers. Strand wat net nie oor die voordeellyn kan kom nie. Al het hulle die strafskop voordeel Visser. Besluit om hom op self te vat en die skoppie in te sit, maar ongelukkig. Kantlyn wat wen, maar niks voordeel hy, sê die skeieregter. Brackenfell wat goed doen met die verdediging. Strand wat nie hulle aanval kan afwissel nie en maak dit maklik vir Brackenfell om te verdedig. En nou is dit Strand wat stadig bykom. En hulle besluit om te skram. Lyk of Keegan Koegelenberg nou op die veld is. Met die swart skrampet. En ongelukkig dinge wat net nie wil regloop vir Strand nie. Luiten Visser die loskakel uitmoedig probeer. Maar ongelukkig is rugby 'n spansport. En kom ons kyk met wat se aanvalsstrategie gaan hulle voor 'n dag kom. Hulle is alreeds opgestel. Lyk of hulle na regs gaan aanval. Nou is daar tyd wat opgeneem word by die skram. Die skeieregter wat saam met die spelers praat. En ja, Morgan baie werk vir die afrigter van Strand. Paar dinge wat hy sal moet uitstryk saam met sy spelers.
Yeah, I mean, we saw glimpses of some real potential there this afternoon. Unfortunately, you know, just couldn't gain real momentum, couldn't really hold onto the ball for long periods enough to make things happen, and definitely something to work with. But I think it is a bit of a back to the drawing board scenario for Strand.
Kom hy uit, Visser. Maak of hy na binne toe aangee, word daar reguit gehardloop. En die een keer wat hulle reguit hardloop, kom hulle oor die voordeellyn en 'n baie goeie 3 gedruk deur Ashley Sambamba. En hy druk Strand se eerste 3 en uitstekend gedoen, maar Luiten Visser het die harde werk gedoen. Het die verdediging van Brackenfell aan die raai gehou met daardie fop binne toe aangee. En hy stuur vir Ashley Sambamba deur wat die verdediging klop van Brackenfell. En kan hulle die 2 punte byvoeg wat hulle inderdaad doen. En die telling wat opskuif na 10 punte toe vir Strand. Maar Ashley Sambamba wat mooi reguit gemaak het. En ons praat al heel wedstryd, as hulle dit net kan reguit meer direk hardloop, daar sien ons op die kyk weer. Is dit Luiten Visser wat skynshard op die fop aangee na binne toe en dan is dit Sambamba wat reguit maak. Hy klop die verdediging. En hy druk onder die pale. Zander is smal, hy is nou op die veld. Hervat spel. Is dit Fischer wat die bal beheer van die halfskop af. Laat hy die bal die werk doen en nou is dit Strand wat die spasie aanval as die grondskoppie wat deurgesit word. En so amper is dit Strand wat daar die bal beheer. En 'n strafskop aan Strand. Bietjie momentum nou aan die manne van Strand. Kan hulle die momentum gebruik, hierdie voordeel? Is dit weer die voorspelers wat man alleen indryf? Kan die ondersteuning bykom? Wat hulle doen? En stadig kom hy uit by die loskrim. Fischer wat skuins hardloop. Bring hy sy groot voorspeler in spel. Fischer wat bietjie spel dikteer. En ongelukkige hantering. Skeieregter sê dis 8-2. Speel aan. Is die bal afgeneem. Ongelukkig. Laat hy man sy kop sak en hy ken net een rigting en is vorentoe. En nou word hy gepla by die loskrim. Onwettig sê die skeieregter, kan nie van die kant af speel nie meneer. En strafskop aan Brackenfell, die tuisspan. Is dit die laastes? Kom eens kyk wat sy opsie gaat hulle uitoefen. Maar 'n goeie stukkie spel deur Strand in die laaste 2 minute, Morgan.
Yeah, Strand coming to their own a little bit. You see the glimpses that we were speaking about a little bit earlier. Really was exciting, and looks like the boys still want to play, Virgil. There's no kicking out in schoolboy rugby.
Ja, die man is lus vir speel. En weer eens is dit 'n Tsapo wat vlak staan. En die voorspelers wat lus is, maak direk kontak. Vreesloos. Is dit die voorspeler Kraus, die slot, wat oor die voordeellyn kom? Bal beskikbaar vir Pretoria, is uitgebaljaar. Dit Sihile. Hierdie man hou van spelers afstamp. Baie suksesvol gedoen. Hard gewerk by die loskram. Is dit Conradi wat indryf? Nou kom die ondersteuning by vir Pretoria. Strafskop. Goed gedoen deur Strand. Kom hulle met 'n aanval. Fischer die bal wat spring baie gevaarlik. Kry hulle om die enkels beet. En die bal wat verlore gaan. Ongelukkig. As dit die laaste beweging van die wedstryd, inderdaad.
Dis.
Ongelukkig, dit was die storie van die wedstryd vir Strand hantering. Maar Brackenfell oorwinnaars in hierdie wedstryd. Hulle wen hierdie wedstryd. Oortuigend. En dankie dat julle ingeskakel het saam by ons op die eerste dag van hierdie rugby naweek hier by Brackenfell Hoërskool. En skakel gerus weer môre in vroeg 8:00 die eerste wedstryd van my en Morgan af. Tot weersiens.
Daar's 'n speaker op nie.
Well done. Vrouwen van die begin af ons join julle. Ons sal weer veel oor naweek tye en so nog weet vir volgende week ons mag dalk kan speel. Ons mag dalk Dinsdag die game hê. So dit sal dan so as ons goed kan. Onthou nou ek soek môre in ons skool hier so 8:30. Laat ons bietjie verder kom support. Julle het gesien die eerste span manne was hockey girls so net vir meisies. Kom ons return die 5:00 môre dat ons so kan aanhou die gees bou in die skool. Dat almal mekaar support. Okay. As ons volgende week verder praat oor die game, maar van my kant af, well done. Julle kan regtig trots wees op julself.
Meneer, nog 'n ander klapjie vir Obama, hy het druk.
Aaron, ek het vir jou vriend vir Zurkie, net kom op die klas net op by Randy.
Nee, kyk hier, volgende game. Ons fokus meer om 'n even game te hê. Ek sê as ons al overlaps vat, dan gaan ons aanhoudend prize druk. Ons het die wenspan boys. Ons al wenspan dit. Kom. That's boy. Wat is dit? Ja. Wat wel aardig gesê het, ons gaan vir backside ook 'n bietjie game time gee, sorry. En julle, ek wil jammer sê dat jy veel kort gekry het. Ja, jammer. It's fine. Ek het skoon geskryf, maar ek dink dit was sy nie ou 10 minute. Maar boetjies, ons het 'n amazing game gehad.
Ouens, ek wil sê, eerste van julle het nie my broer gegee nie, maar ek weet party van julle het. Ek wil net baie dankie sê. Dit was vandag baie spesiaal vir my. Ek wil sê die kyk ook.
Ja, kom. Braggen! Braggen! Yes! Braggen! Yes! Braggen! Yes! Let's go, boys!